Is this your first podcast? Is this your first podcast you've been
Um,
on?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
technically this is a podcast. Yeah.
yeah, technically. What are we gonna? What should the podcast be called?
Well, I was thinking, not so much about the one that you and I were going to do, but I'm like, well, if you do this again and you do it with someone else, you should definitely do Jerry with Jerry's kids and call it something like Jerry for Jerry's kids or something like that. Um, so unfortunately, I couldn't think of a name for this one in particular.
Okay.
Um, but I
Pick
could come
pick
up with
pick
future
your own
names.
name.
Pick your own name. Yeah.
I threw that one up for
There
you.
you go.
Anyways.
Pick your own name. Pick your own name. I think that's it. I think it's pick your own name.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll talk about that.
So we are here to talk about the Days of Our Lives video by legendary production company Cool Night Productions. Let's watch the introduction first, and then we're gonna talk about it a little bit. Some big pictures, real quick.
Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Sorry, you know that's how the real soap opera Days of Our Lives starts, right?
I had this thought earlier this afternoon where I was thinking about saying I've never actually seen the show Days of Our Lives. I've
Yeah.
only ever seen the intro, and I know it is exactly like this. So
Yeah.
I very much appreciated it. It was very nostalgic.
Yeah. I was like big on the like Flash animation. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna learn Flash, but I literally I learned like the bare minimum of Flash, and yeah, that's what I did. Wait, okay, we'll talk big picture now. Number one, why is this video called this again?
I think it was just I think it was one of those things where we just kind of jokingly that came up, like
Okay.
so are the days of our lives, or like
Oh,
seeing. Like, I think someone just made that joke. I mean, probably you or I,
right.
because I think that's a really odd thing to say as a 16 or 17-year-old person, even back then.
Were there any
But
runner-up names? Were there any runner-up names?
oh, there definitely were. You clearly have the script,
No, no, no,
don't
no,
you?
no. No, I
Oh, you
don't.
don't. You're just okay. You're just very naturally good at this.
I was thinking
No, they're
about this
definitely.
earlier.
Uh, this is questionable because this was my initial question: was when did this come out? Was it 2000? Was this 2005, 2006, or was this pre that?
Well, it
Because
always
that's
came out at
sort of
the end of the year. It always came out at the end of the year.
that's true.
So this was
That's true.
2006,
Okay, and then so when was Jerry's Kids?
2005.
2005. Okay.
I guess I get this is what I was going to ask you again. I was like, do you think about skating back then like in terms of years? Like I always remember Jerry's Kids 2005. That's when I went to college. And so I remember like I left at the end of summer and I missed out on a part of that. And maybe we can talk about
Hmm.
Jerry's Kids obviously at another time, but I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, there's so much that I remember from that part. And then 2006, I remember being in my dorm in Mason Hall editing this video. Uh, so I remember 2006.
Okay.
Do you think about
I,
skating in years or?
I think it's been such a long time for me that I don't think about it in years. I definitely think about it in you know, videos, in terms of the videos that mainly you have created. I'm sort of like, even before Jerry's Kids, what was that one? Uh, Cool Night, right?
No,
So I
there's
kind of think,
two. We made two of them.
is there two? They're
The
not
one where
on
you,
YouTube.
no,
Okay.
the one where you skated to Goodbye Horses.
Yeah,
That was
is
best one
that,
yet.
that's right. That's right.
And then the first
Okay.
one was Cool Night.
That's right. So yeah, I guess those kind of merge together for me. But I do sort of think about them in terms of like those eras of those videos, which they're not eras, they're just years. So in a way, yes, but no. I don't think I think of time. I don't quantify the time and associate it with the skating. I think it's just more the feeling of it. But
Oh.
there's a long convoluted answer to say like yes, I do. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is for me personally, Days of Our Lives. I think is sort of like I don't know. It kind of felt like peak. I think that like Slurps is also peak, and I think we're not going to talk about other stuff, but I think in terms of like if I include my own skating and my own perception of my own skating, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like that's the one I go to if I want to look at myself, right? Because there's a part of that involved in watching a video that you're in. So
But even though you had like a third of a part in that video.
yeah,
Okay.
but that was kind of, I don't know. That's just kind of what happened with me. I
Yeah.
feel like I tried to do a lot of stuff, but I don't know, it wasn't that good, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Let's play the video again.
Yeah, I mean, we could go for hours, so
Yeah.
let's just go for
I was
it.
gonna... Love the tone of the music. Very dreamy there with the hair, wind blowing in there.
Oh, great transition, by the way.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe I was wrong. I thought, was there not a transition between, was there not a longer intro for that? That seemed a little abbreviated.
Yeah, I know. No, it was just that. It was that short. It was just, let's jump in. That's what it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. Hey,
You know, I now I'm starting to feel like I should have maybe rewatched this.
No, it's better if you don't. It's better if you don't.
Okay.
But here, you know what I was thinking of? Do you remember where this video was premiered?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know.
Where
Do you
was it?
know?
I know.
I'm pretty sure it was at the house in which you grew up watching Hector Orlandi and Ruben Garcia and Pat Brenner skating at the Wanagas parking lot,
Yeah.
where the ATM is, which is not Wanagas anymore. But so it
Yeah,
was
I
at,
saw
it was
that
at
as
that
well.
house.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, like in my basement.
and
I don't
I
know why.
actually,
We had like a big screen TV
Mhm.
in the basement, like super, super old.
Yeah.
I don't know why did we do that. Did we move it there or something? I don't know.
No, because I mean, I think before that, Jerry's Kids was that was at Jerry's house,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of the same thing. You know, his parents had like, you know, big giant big screen TV in the living room, and it was just okay. This seems like a natural place to do it, I guess. You know, hook
Yeah.
the computer up to this thing and go for it.
Jay brought his
Um,
computer over, or what did he have it on CDs?
Well, the thing with that video was we couldn't. I remember being at his house it was you and Jay and myself, and we were trying to get it to write onto a disk, and his computer kept crashing every single time. And we just said, all right, we have to just take the computer, and then we had to go to Best Buy and get an S video cable. And it was like it was a snowstorm too, so we were
Was
like,
it Best Buy or Guitar Center? Oh, it
We
was a
might-
snowstorm.
I don't know that we might have ended up going to Gadar Center because Best Buy
Okay.
maybe was out or something, but yeah, it was definitely, and you know, opposite ends of town, sort of, kind of, or at least that's what it felt like when you're driving in a snowstorm. In a
I
small,
forgot about the
small
snowstorm.
vehicle. Yeah,
Eh, Yeah, I would love to talk about that when we talk about Jerry's Kids, but
yeah, for
we
sure.
could go on. Like you said, we could go on.
Like we
Um,
could days and days of our lives.
Okay, so the other thing that I want to say about this is when we did the premiere, I was like, when the first, I even think when the first intro came up, I realized that all my titles. Okay, when you're editing a video, like there's the full frame, and then there's like a smaller frame, and I think the smaller frame is what end up like rendering or something. And so, or like when you play it on TV, it only plays the smaller frame. So all the titles were like half off the TV. I was so upset because I had already burned the DVD and everything. But like
Oh,
this right
wow.
here, like you see how far over this is, like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
far over to the corner it is. Yeah, it like was half showing on the TV. Anyways,
So they weren't
Now-
really compensating for like widescreen and different
Yeah.
aspect ratios and stuff with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
So
there's
you
no
had to really know. Yeah.
like there's no this is all 4:3. There's no widescreen in this, so it was just so weird because in the USB videos that I did, some of them turned into widescreen and then some of them were just regular 4:3. Anyways, All right, let's go through the pain of watching my part. Tell me to pause whenever you want to comment about it.
Well, I'll just say, I forgot you were the first part.
Me too. Me too. I was looking at him and I was like, I thought Scott was the first part.
Probably should have been.
Anyways, I mean,
Anyway.
whatever. I figured the second best thing of having last part is first part, right?
This is true. Yeah, it opens it up. Absolutely.
And guess who edited the video? Me. So I get to choose.
Yeah,
Kind of.
it was your choice. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is the worst board, and I'm wearing a white belt, and I'm wearing a Pizza Hut hat, backwards.
And this was the era where you were wearing those soccer shoes that weren't Adidas.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
My feet really hurt after this, but
Yeah.
my feet, yeah, these were terrible shoes in hindsight. Pushing Mongo, I mean, come on. I mean, these pants would be in, by the way, nowadays. Always wanted to ollie over a fire hydrant. Those were Airwalk shoes.
I do remember
First of
that.
all, look at
Yeah, are you?
Did,
Yeah, that was me. I was about to say, if you pause it, you can probably see the launcher that I had taken from my house and thrown into the back. You're Jimmy, right? Yeah. And
Yeah.
I would,
yeah.
when I wasn't skating, I'm like, yeah, I'd just sit in that. I think it was just like it's kind of actually a fixture in a lot of different scenes of this video. I think mainly in the credits, but there's just like a lawn chair in the back. I'm like, yeah, I would sit there.
That's
I
hilarious.
would do
Also, here's that rail that you grinded in the back.
I know. That's actually something I don't want to say proud of, but I'm glad I did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Red and white Mexican state shirt from a bookstore. SBX bookstore.
Who filmed this?
I think it's a GL2. That was clean. That was
Can you pause it? Can I just make one comment? I find it interesting that we had you had the GL2,
yeah.
which was, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna get it out of the way. It was for that clip in particular so dang shaky, but you can really tell the difference between in the next clip
Yeah.
the quality. And I don't necessarily know what that is, but
That was
I
Trevor's.
feel like
This is Trevor's camera.
Okay. Yeah, his had that kind of blue sky type quality. Everything is sort of kind of vivid and blue and a little dreamy, maybe.
Well, it was like
And yours-
foggy. His was always seemed foggy to me.
Okay. I always thought yours seemed a little foggy.
Oh yeah, but that was because it was a low quality and it was like analog.
Yeah.
But I thought the colors were natural. I'll just say that the colors were definitely different.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's hard to say because I've touched so many different cameras that you have, like at least 2 or 3.
Mhm.
So it's kind of hard to remember. Like I think it was this one, Like I sort of remember I didn't touch any of the VHS stuff, but I remember that time. But this time I'm like, oh, this is all like, I remember the VHS-C era, and then I remember the mini DV stuff.
Oh
there's a
yeah, I
couple-
forgot we had that VHS-C one. Okay,
Yeah,
but I never
there's a
had.
couple different-
I never had mini DV. It was an 8mm or like digital 8. It was called.
Oh, that's right. I think that must have been the difference because Trevor's was mini DV, and
Yeah.
that thing was a nightmare all the time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and so was mine though. Like when it got cold, it wouldn't take tapes.
Yeah,
All right.
but not as bad, not as much. Anyway,
No.
go on, proceed.
No.
We have to watch this whole part.
I mean, that's my favorite. That's my favorite skate spot, right?
oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. I remember being disappointed. Like I wanted to do a different trick than this. Like this was like first try. Oh, there you go. There's those shoes.
A lot of
And
shove-its. You had a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
shove-its.
Yeah,
Fakie 360 shove's actually a pretty big deal.
yeah.
You have to pause it. I think I think that goes down as like that clip and the next one were the only two good things that I've ever filmed in my entire.
Oh, you filmed that? Wow. Okay, first of all,
that
GL2, not the GL2, right? Did you film that? You
I
filmed
filmed
this?
that.
Wow.
Yeah, I filmed that. I think I was basically falling over, and that's what made it look good because I inadvertently zoomed.
Oh, okay.
So I always look at that and think like, oh yeah, like that's like the one good thing I filmed, but didn't intend to film that well, but it worked out, right?
That's so
So
funny. I don't know who I would have guessed filmed that. That's not like Trevor's filming style, but and it could have only been you otherwise. But like, I like that filming. I really like that filming. So
I thought it turned out okay.
yeah. Um, and you know what video like inspired all these little double-sided tricks, right? You remember what the
That's
big video was at the time?
yeah. I mean, it's chocolate. It's chocolate tour video, but not the old one. It was the new one, right? Because they had Mark
No, no.
Johnson doing all the like.
He did a couple, but I was thinking First Love. Remember Shiloh Greathouse?
Oh yeah,
You know.
but that's a Trans World video, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I mean, this is when I think about this, I'm like, oh, I did that because I thought that those were such cool tricks, and that's why I wanted to build this spot. I mean, that's why we wanted to build any of these things. Remember those ledges that they filmed on for that, during that time?
Uh, you know, I yeah, I now I know what you're talking about. That clicks a little bit more for me. Kind of being around for building that stuff and putting it together. That definitely tracks. Yeah, especially Shiloh Greathouse when you say that. There was a lot of this um, sort of ledge bank and like kind of slope stuff, and the spot that's got the big bank run up and the little ledge in the middle. Yeah,
And
that
that
definitely
famous
makes a lot of
line,
sense.
the up ledge, you know,
Yeah,
like in Cali.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, it's things like that line, up ledge like in Cali, like,
Oh yeah,
you know, full,
it's never gonna it's never gonna leave your brain, you know.
I didn't think about it until right now. But I mean, there's been great orators, four score and 7 years ago. Did he know,
Yep.
did Abraham Lincoln know that that was going to be a great line?
Now, did he know that he would potentially be topped by someone staying up ledge like in Cali? No, probably not. He didn't know that, but it happened,
Yeah,
and I think we're all better for experiencing it for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Absolutely.
They live on for sure. I remember people like, I got compliments on this, like, you did a switch lip slide pop over. I'm like, yeah, that's so amazing. Anyways, uh, my hat's falling off. This is my favorite line. Did you film this?
I
This was
might
a
have, yeah, I might have. I think I filmed a lot of this early sort of train station stuff. I think we were just sort of it was kind of you and me and and Jerry were around for most of it because we did a
Oh,
lot of the
I mean,
construction.
Trevor was always
That's
working.
true.
Oh, you know what? I thought that that was you. This must have been Gilbert because Gilbert was here that day.
No, that's me.
No,
I
no, no.
can.
This is
That's
you, but
me.
I was wondering who filmed
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I think
Gotcha.
Gilbert was
You're
here that
right.
day
Yeah.
because
Yeah, that's right.
I this is Trevor's camera, but Trevor was not here that day. And do you remember you like did a trick and I was filming really stupid and you swung your arm and it knocked the camera out of my hand? You don't remember that.
Uh, I maybe something I don't want to cop to. I mean, I know Trevor's an active user of YouTube, so
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna
I
send
don't.
him this, don't worry. But no, 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 I told him, and I'm pretty sure it chipped his lens. He was really mad, but I don't remember if he was there that day. But
Mm,
anyways, all right, let's move on.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
Okay, this day I was just skating alone. I was skating alone. I was like
Yeah.
waiting for people to show up, probably Jay, because whenever I would skate White Pine, I'd call Jay. Jay, you want to come
Yeah.
skate? And he's like, I just woke up. And he would wait, be like there in like 45 minutes. Anyways, I'm wearing gray dress pants. Oh my gosh, I'm wearing gray dress pants because I just went for a job interview at Pizza Hut.
Hey, you
Why do
got
I
the
remember?
job.
Why do I remember that?
Spoiler alert, you got the job.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Okay, yeah, I mean that's where I got the Pizza Hut. Spoiler alert. I was super psyched on this. Obviously, this is like one of my best tricks. I really wanted to do it switch. Did I ever tell you that?
No, but that's insanely wild thing to hear.
Yeah, I know. Because I was
Uh,
like, because I was skating a lot at the Lansing skate park before this, obviously Michigan State shirt, but
Right.
I was doing kickflip 50/50s on the box all the time, and then I did switch too, and I was like, I could probably do it on that. I really wanted to do it.
I think it's just the fear factor of that 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 thing in particular because we never filled those with water or sand.
Right.
They were just. I mean, I think we put some like broken up parking block pieces
Yeah, that's what it is.
between it to like, oh, that's gonna hold it together when 150 pounds comes flying down on top of
Yeah.
it, right? And
Yeah.
oddly, it worked, but this is
Yeah.
the thing I made a GIF of. So
Oh, really?
obviously this, yeah, I sent it to you. This is obviously a, I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is obviously a serious, what do they call it? Like it's a banger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a
And
good
it's
one.
just, yeah, it's just in the middle of the part. Love that. Love that part. Love that trick. Love that, spot. Oh. Okay, so this was like, I would come home on the weekends from Michigan State,
Hmm.
and I'm like,
Yeah,
do you remember like going skating like Sunday mornings?
yeah,
And this was
yeah.
like on a Sunday thing, and I'm like, oh, I only have I gotta leave someone was gonna give me a ride back like at 3 o'clock, and I'm like, I gotta do a trick, I gotta film clips before then, and anyways, I remember feeling the pressure that day. So
Well, the crazy stuff is all of these manual tricks. I think you did a lot of them in sort of that time period of I've got a couple hours to sort of go to a
mhm.
spot, do a thing, and maybe get some footage.
Yeah,
Those, in my opinion, I think are some of your best tricks. That's a serious manual pad.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
height of that thing is all over based on your approach, and
True.
it's not super smooth.
Yeah.
So and you've got crazy obstacles. You got the bike rack, obviously we've
Hmm.
all experienced that. But yeah, I think that's some of the best tricks that I've seen you do.
And the no skating sign, you gotta always, the law is
I don't
there.
think I
The law is
I don't think I
watching you.
ever noticed it.
Oh.
This is crazy too, by the way.
Did you film this?
This is No, I was not here that day. That is not. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't recall being there, but that's an insane ledge, and I don't think that angle really fully shows it. I'm not
No.
saying you needed to go like top down view on it, but something to sort of show the length of that and the curvature of it and the
Yeah.
height as well.
Yeah.
Would have made it look like, I mean, that's like Ender worthy, even with no flip in, flip out, or shove or 80 or anything like that, that alone,
Yeah.
that's a very serious ledge.
It's it's a very small radius. So
Hmm.
it's really, it's not something that you can kind of flow in. It's, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
But,
And I mean, your run up is, I think you're right at the intersection too.
yeah.
So you've
And it's
got
brick.
your,
It's brick.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I, yeah, I wonder who filmed this. I don't think it was Jerry. Jerry would not film it like this.
No,
I
I
want to
think
say,
whoever it was, they did their best. Just saying, I think it's challenging, but
yeah.
it's
Um,
the low light kind of makes it seem like, I don't know how much does that really curve around,
it
unless
might
you
have been
really
my
know.
cousin. It might have been my cousin. Like I might have just randomly brought him with me. I don't know.
You definitely did do stuff like that,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
great and fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not
Um,
surprising,
I would say
especially at night.
it's probably top 5 maneuver that I've done in my career, for sure.
Oh yeah, that's huge. I'll just say this: I've never seen anyone else do anything on that.
Oh, Jay did like a tail slide on it, but not far. I don't think I saw anybody. I think I saw Josh do like a 50/50 or something on it. But yeah, I don't know.
Never saw it. Never been done. Never saw it.
Okay, this line, Mitch Nasser filmed it.
Yeah,
Wait, was it? No, 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 no. Yeah, it was. And I was like,
I
I was so stoked. I thought I was going pro after that. I thought I was getting sponsored by AKA Skateboards after that.
AKA like AKA was like they were. Who was AKA?
They were a Lansing skateboard company.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
they
remember?
were.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I do remember that.
You remember that teenager that used to skate for him? Matt Ween?
Yes, yes, that's right. That's some
Uh,
real old throwback stuff. Wow,
I know.
that's real.
But
Yeah.
like, yeah, this was like when I mean, obviously there's no graffiti, that spot is, very, very popular now, or it was. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, Mitch Nasser just filmed me doing a Switch Smith grind on a 2 cinder block ledge.
She's
He
up
knows
your black
people.
ledge is
I know.
intense, and then
Yeah.
it says gay between your legs, or maybe it says
No, it says
gap. I'm
money
not
is
sure.
gay. Money is gay.
Oh, I don't disagree.
Or, early,
Maybe, yeah, for that time period, that's
yeah,
okay. That tracks.
early
Maybe not
Bitcoin adopters, I think maybe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have my wallet in my pocket.
Oh yeah, I feel like everyone did. I mean,
Yeah. Did you film that?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Did you film that?
Yes, I believe I did.
Okay,
as
so
well.
we must have borrowed Jay's GL2 then.
I think there were some instances, yeah, because I think there were times where he, I mean, it's the same thing with you, and sort of like talking about like I think it'll become more apparent in talking about other people's parts in the video and who we were connected with and stuff, and who we spent time with skating, and Jay, oh, I'm going on vacation, but if you guys want to use my camera, go ahead. Like I think it was just like I'll just leave it with somebody, you guys can use it, and I think we did that kind of stuff, and obviously the commentary about like Trevor wasn't there, but here, take my camera. I'm working at Good Times Pizza. I can't skate.
Yeah. 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 All right.
Get some clips.
Yeah. This trick, by the way, is inspired by Jamie Fortune. You're a big Jamie Fortune fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Big
no no no
time,
no
yeah.
no 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 no! It goes back to First Love. Chad Tim Tim. He did this trick.
What about not Jamie Fortune, not Chad Tim Tim, Matt Bennett.
Did he do
He
a
was
switch?
doing a lot. Ooh, maybe, I don't know. He could have.
Yeah, he could.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he did the switch Bennett grind. But anyways,
Yeah.
obviously it's very
Yeah.
cleanly landed. So, anyways. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, see, you filmed this, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that's GL2, and I think we were like, we got to get the best camera. I need the GL2 to film the banger, so
Yeah.
that it really comes through, in high quality, in HD. Okay.
Right.
All right. This video is going to take really long. By the way. All right, let's go to Scott.
Yeah, I'm trying not to talk, but there's a lot to say. I think there's a lot to say, and it hasn't been said.
I know. Okay. So Scott Martin, here we go. Junior in high school at this time, I'm sure. Were you guys were juniors, right? You guys were all in the same grade.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. Is he gonna start out with
Never
the
had
middle
a class
school?
together.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Well, you didn't exactly go to. You didn't to big
All-
school. I was gonna say you didn't go
only
to
this-
SASA where everyone is in the same class all the time. So.
Yeah. We only went to the school of skating together. That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I was filming that. I must have been
Yeah.
using Jerry's camera, and yeah, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this really cool angle," and he was like, "Are you sure? What if it hits the camera? You're gonna be right there when I land." Well, anyways, I didn't move. Remember we went through that era of like looking through the viewfinder?
I was the not a viewfinder guy. I was the screen
Yeah.
guy
Okay.
as much as possible, or
Okay.
just nothing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just point and hope.
Yeah. I mean, like you had like the best possible wide angle lens you could get for a camera like that. I was just like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Unfortunately, none of us really had a good fisheye lens, like a good
Yeah.
one. Even
Hmm.
Trevor's was the fishiest, but it still wasn't
Yep.
that great. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Hard to find back then, I think.
Yeah, and I was just super cheap. Should have just did the money, paid the money, and got a better one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
All right.
Nose blunt. Can he actually do nose blunts? I don't know. Crooked grind. Kind of went. There was Glenn in the background. Love that clip. That's so cool. He's got a cigarette in his hands.
He's
only in
obviously
11th grade.
smoking, yeah.
That was
I
cool.
will say
like
this
that
about Scott skating at this era. I think was like as much he still did some transition stuff, but he
Oh,
was
yeah.
still integrated into doing street skating and skating ledges, and rails, and gaps, and, you know, doing fun, you know, bank type things, and you know, I think it. I don't know. As things went on, I sort of watched people kind of get a little bit more too into transition, where it's like it's like all you do. You know, like
Yeah.
when are you going to do a tail slide down this little Bay City
Yeah.
ledge? Like, that's cool. You should do that again.
Well, he does another trick on it. You know what trick he does later?
I know I do a couple tricks on it.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he came out of nowhere for me. I was like, whoa, he did that trick? That's actually a super gnarly trick to be on there. But tail slide, take it all to the end. I got respect for that. It was
sure.
cool. I think I did a 50-50 once, but there you go. This is the worst filming. Like, it's the worst. The worst. What's this?
Do you know who did it?
Jay, probably
Very
Jay. Or was it you?
It wasn't me.
Oh, probably Jay.
It's very low, right?
Yeah.
Very low.
But it was fast. So
yeah.
yeah. Trevor did not. I don't think Trevor filmed like that. I don't know. Who knows? Could have been some guy named Mitch. Who's that Mitch guy? I don't remember his name.
Mitch Nasser.
No.
don't think
No.
Mitch-
There's another.
Mitch.
He was in Jerry's Kids and he broke the board over his head.
Oh yeah, I never learned his last name because they always called him a derogatory word
yeah.
than his name, and then you know, he really played into that for his personality. So
Oh yeah. You know.
I never really got to know him. He's a nice kid, but I actually never saw him on the camera. I think he was just more entertainment, you know, being
it's-
part of it. You know?
It's funny that those kids exist, huh? You know,
Yeah,
kids are just there
kinda.
to, And what's he thinking? Is he thinking nowadays? Yeah, I used to, hang around skating guys.
I would think so. I would think that'd be an appropriate thing to think.
Yeah.
You know, I could be judgmental about it, but
Yeah.
I shouldn't be. I don't want to be. You know.
Yeah. It just the casual skate participant always mystifies me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's why when I mean that, you know, I would be judgmental, I'm like, I think I'm biased because I felt like a little bit more than a casual participant, right? I think I was a little more ingrained in it, so it was like, you're different. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. But anyway,
Or the people who had a skateboard in their trunk, but they have never ever been serious about it. It's like,
yeah,
You
like
have
Blake
it there.
Hall, right?
yeah. He's
100% Blake Hall was like, I'm a really
Total.
good skater, but I don't care about it at all.
No.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking about like, obviously you don't have a sister, but like your sister's boyfriend who, I bought a complete at PacSun. It's like, yeah, why? And he just has it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like really good. And it's like, but do you skate? No, I don't. But I have a complete in my trunk. Anyways, I don't know where we're at now. Let's watch him do this backside nose grind.
Yes, that's good.
Trevor's filming. This is signature Trevor filming. That was really cool. I filmed this
Yep.
because I messed up the end, and I filmed that.
Is that salad? Back salad?
Ooh,
It's questionable, right? That could be a. That's more like a 5-0. This is not like I'm glad I caught that and potentially thought it
Yeah.
was a salad because I just have to say that the commentary that I watched about the Pat Brenner doing a front salad on the entire low box at the Saginaw Skate Park. That story, what a great story! Amazing. I was like, that's hilarious. That's a hilarious thing to tell someone to do, and then to have them do it, and then to have it like you said. I think it was like the best trick in the video. I'm like, I agree. That was great.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. But so
Yeah. I'm gonna go with a 5-0 here.
5-0, yeah,
Yeah.
close. Could have tweaked it more.
That was cool. Frontside no slide is it's different. Now, was that a frontside salad? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, something about
mean-
frontside makes it easier.
Maybe he's a salad guy. But I think if I thought it was a salad, I would have put them together. for
That's
editing,
true.
But
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, how many tricks? Was there about 20 tricks on there? There you go. This is cool.
That was a good time period because that was when everyone discovered what a pole jam was, and we were just trying to make them, however we could, without really understanding that it was like the easier thing to do would be to like figure out how to drill a hole in the ground, put a
Yeah.
pipe in there, like bend it.
Like,
You know, we couldn't.
this was like in front of White Pine, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
had like a piece of, I don't know, like inch and a half EMT, like metal pipe, and
Yeah.
like oh, just put some bricks on the other end of it and shove as much of it into the ground as you can, and hope the angles work out. And
Yeah.
it was just an interesting time, you know. And then it became this thing of trying to find them naturally occurring in the wild, which doesn't happen that much, but you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
still fun, still fun.
Spicer's Gap.
No
that's-
foot. I was there. I think I might have actually filmed that kickflip.
Where was it? Midland?
That's in Midland somewhere. I have no idea where. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I filmed that.
No, that was just cool. I mean,
That
I
was-
think I just
that was
convinced
big.
him to do it. Yeah.
That's a big gap too. Oh, okay. All right. Very respectable.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
Fronts, but I technically front side. I don't know how to do those.
You know, yeah, me either. It's because you kind of got to
Like-
do a frontside flip. You know, you got to
Yeah.
flip it a little bit.
Or like act like you're sort of going into a lip slide, but you have to hang over. it. You have to be confident enough to know how to pop high enough,
Yeah.
and then also like catch it high enough and be able to sort of navigate it in the way that you want.
And if
yeah,
you-
that's
If you land on top of that, if you land on top of the ledge, you're slipping out and
Yeah.
you're falling straight to your back. So
yeah. And even though it's small, it's gonna hurt a lot.
yeah, I mean,
Gonna hurt a lot.
It's small here, but it's not small down here.
Yeah, right.
So
That's a good one.
I mean-
That's a good trick.
yeah, I was shocked. I was like, "What? That's crazy." Wow, DVS. I think I filmed this. I was filming a bunch of this stuff.
Yeah, I remember this. This is kind of the time when we went to we went to two main spots. It was sort of like the Denny's Gap and then the soccer complex. It was kind of like these are kind of the two spots we sort of rotated a lot, and it seemed to be like we took a lot of people there. A lot of people would show up there and kind of skate at those spots and try and get some clips.
So this was like one of the first days of the spring, like,
Mhm.
and there was a lot of people. This was a big session. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure everyone was there. There was a lot of footage down there.
Mhm.
I remember like just people randomly showing up. I mean, not randomly showing up, but like I was like, oh, he's here now. I'm like, dang, it's about to go down.
I was there. I don't
Oh,
think I have
you're right
any
here.
footage from
You're right
this
here.
Oh yeah, I mean I was just being weird, right?
ACT's 3 hours of sleep. Oh, and then you try to hard flip.
It
Um,
was close. It was close.
I'm so happy that I put that awkward silence in right there.
Oh, it was great. Yeah.
Oh man.
And that's the end of the part, right? It's just this very odd exchange.
Oh
Great.
man. Okay, just 1 second. Okay,
Uh,
so next is Trevor's part. We had it a little bit of out of order, which is again, I mean, do you even have a DVD of this?
I used to.
Yeah.
I used
I'm
to. And I ripped a copy of the DVD and put it onto a MacBook that I had, and then it went
oh,
onto an external hard drive,
okay.
and then that crashed. So I kind of lost everything.
Okay.
So
All right. All right. Well, yeah, I'm sure I have one downstairs, but or somewhere
yeah,
packed away. So, um, Trevor's part. I mean, this is best Trevor's best part, right?
I think so. Yeah,
I
I
mean, you
think
remember the
so.
song. I mean, the song is,
Is this the is this the Panic at the Disco one?
no, that was Jerry's Kids.
Oh God. Okay.
This is the good
Um.
one. This is the good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um. I think I know what it. I think I know what it is. And if it is, that's great. I think that really helps make the part.
Okay. Let's see.
So let's
And I
take a look.
mean,
Let's take a look.
could, could he
Let's
get any?
let's check
Yeah.
it out.
All right.
Okay.
Um.
It's not the song I was thinking of, but I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, you weren't
Uh,
thinking of this
um,
song.
no, I think I get confused with the Slurps because him and Scott share a part, and
Oh.
this is sort of similar where their parts are kind of back to back. I
Okay.
think I got confused, but
What song does he sing and skate to in that?
it's a song called "Please Stand Up" by British Sea Power. I
Hmm.
picked it, and I think it
Oh,
worked really well for both of them
I
and their
can. Oh
style.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
I
was
can't.
that was my only contribution to that thing because I like barely skated. So
Okay. Oh. Um. Okay. I can't even think. I know they did the two wheel MJ thing,
yeah,
but I can't remember anything else from that part. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Trevor. I just can't think of it, and I can't even think of the music right now because yeah.
I think it was a
All
good
right.
part. I think it was a great combination of those two. But we're
Yeah.
talking about this part, which is his best part, and it does have the best song that he's skated to as an individual,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Wait, what did he skate to in best one yet? I can't think of anything. I can't even remember his part.
I,
Oh no, no, he skated to the Killers. Somebody told me
oh, that's right. Okay, so he had, he clearly had his preference.
that was his style. St. Helens, your alma mater.
That's right.
Nollie flips. I filmed this. I did. I think Bobby filmed this because Trevor was skating a lot with Bobby.
Yeah. Is he wearing like what are those Costin
Costume.
threes?
I think there were six.
Six. Constant. I almost said constant.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
manual pad. That manual pad should have. There was a lot of life left in that.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing that I'll say about Trevor. Me in particular, and I'm not ever going to try and you know, talk poorly about any effort that anyone puts into anything. But his particular style, I'm not a huge fan of. However, what I am a big fan of is the fact that he will try just about any kind of trick.
Mhm.
With some people you can say that guy does manuals. This person they do big gaps, they do rails, they do
Mhm.
stairs. They're just like a ledge guy, whatever. Um, he would try and do it all, which
Oh
is I
yeah,
think a very admirable thing. And I
yeah,
think it shows. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I think that's what I forget about because then I'll like watch. Even this part. What is you remember his last trick? Okay. I mean,
No,
I'm like, oh
no,
wow, I was like, I forgot. Trevor did it all. He did do it all.
he did it all. Yeah,
He dabbled for sure. I mean, even this, love that trick. I mean,
that's sick.
look
That
at the
catch is
extension of the.
amazing.
I know. Look at that. I mean, yeah.
Out of here. Look at that.
Now the extension here, not so much. But
That was more a pop issue. Little Nally 180.
yeah, this was Bobby filming. I can tell from the shadow. Well, no, maybe
That I will say I like
Oh,
that.
this is
that
Bobby.
Fake E5.
Yeah.
Bobby
same.
was a decent filmer.
Yeah.
I think he was good.
This, I mean, he did the transition. He could kick the. I can't kick flip over a trash can out of a bank.
No. And 50-50 on the rail. It's a scary rail, despite how low it is.
Yeah. That was sick.
Backside heel flip. anything over that's a kind of a big deal. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it takes some effort. I've never done anything over it.
especially with the ground. The ground is very slippery.
Yeah.
And this is a really good heel flip. He was so upset
Yeah.
about this though. He was so upset about because I filmed this. He was so upset because the landing, like, just film the landing, right? But I followed him. Do you know why I followed him?
No.
Do you remember in Billy Mark's toy machine part? There's like some clip where like he lands a trick and like they follow him and film the feed. I wish I had the clip.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like a gold rail or something. I don't know that he hits the rail, but it's just kind of this above angle and it shows him landing the trick and then there's a guy that was running after him, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something like that. I'll send the
Yeah.
clip. But I for some reason I thought that would be funny to do, and I totally ruined the clip because it's a really good trick, and he was really upset. But anyways, high bust factor there. You get kicked out a lot.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
they would like
Big
open the
time.
door right there. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember. Oh my goodness, sorry. In Cool Night, the first video, I kickflipped that gap, and I thought it was so clean. Ruben Garcia was at 7-Eleven right there. He saw me right before it. He was like, "Hey man, good luck, man." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I just saw Ruben, and I'm about to kickflip this." Boom, kickflipped it. Next try.
Wow.
I was so psyched. I totally.
That's a
forgot
story.
about
That's a great story.
that. Yeah, you haven't
Um,
seen the USB videos where I talk about Ruben, have you?
Very briefly.
Okay.
I think it's the second one.
The things like 5 and
He's in?
6, 5 and 6.
Maybe I jumped ahead. I might have jumped ahead to 5 and 6 and then went back to.
Anyways, yeah,
I couldn't tell you.
there's some gushing. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I brought it up about one, I guess.
Yeah. And hey, he lived right down the street from you.
Yeah. I mean, it really resonated with me because I'm like, it's not at all different than kind of how you and I met. To be
Mhm.
perfectly honest. So
Yeah.
you know,
Okay. All right. This is a good line. I mean, you mentioned the other day you'd like to see certain people do a bench trick, a flat
Mhm.
ground trick, and
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
bench trick. This is a good one. And I love that.
Shove
I love
it
the
out.
shove it.
Yeah.
Was that you screaming in the background?
It might have been.
Casper flip. That was sick.
I think that's great. The lock in
mean,
was great.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
lock in on that grind is really, really, really good.
Which one? The
you know.
fakie 50-50 or?
Well, all of the 180 50-50s. I mean that's phenomenal, right?
Oh, that one is really good.
But
I
even
mean,
that one's good. He's getting in there. He's
Yeah.
getting it and he's pinching it where he needs to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, look at him. He's like,
Hanging on.
hey man, I'm I'm just riding it out. But you know,
There was not a homeless person. Was that you at the top?
that was me. Yep. Yeah, that's me up there. I think it was really hot.
Okay, this was a day. It was one of those Sundays. I think this was after Thanksgiving. Honestly, this was after Thanksgiving, and I was like, Trevor, we need to film some tricks. It was really windy that day, and I was like, I want to go to this spot, and he was like, okay, I'll do an ollie and then a 180, and I was like, okay, and I was gonna do a switch ollie and then switch front side shove it, but I never landed it because
Whoa.
it was too windy.
Over those?
Yeah,
Wow.
but it was too windy.
Is that a heel flip
No, kickflip.
or a kick flip?
I mean, come on,
An airwalk? Wow.
come on.
A
Now
no
here's-
comply trick. First no comply trick I've seen in this video.
Oh, get ready
Is
for
it
it.
trendsetter, right? That's great.
That was sick.
Yeah.
That was sick.
I think is he well I don't want to give it away. Does he do another trick in this video on that thing? That lancing first? No, he doesn't. Different. I don't no spoilers, right?
Do you want to die? I mean, you go to the, honestly, I hate to say it, but you go to that place, the ground is like razor blades. Seriously.
Who said that? Is that like a bad karma thing?
No, it's Colin Fisk frontside flip.
Oh yeah, that's right. He just
Okay.
dragged his hands. Okay. Oh, can I take a break for a second? Just for like 2 minutes.
Okay, friends. Hoyt Park, right?
I
My
was just
car.
gonna say, where is it? Your car, Kellen Kramer's car is
Kellen's
the purple
car.
Cavalier.
Good,
Yeah.
good memory.
It was definitely very fitting because he was a friend.
You know, I hadn't even planned that, and I didn't even plan on like putting both cars perfectly there. But I mean,
It just worked out.
you know, it's not easy to ride in the grass like this. I'm actually impressed.
I normally wouldn't do something like this, but I found myself having to participate. I think the fireworks shot is like one of the greatest sort of backdrop like text intro things I've probably ever seen. I don't think I've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
really seen anything like that. I mean, not
Yeah.
from anyone in Saginaw or Midland or
Yeah.
Bay City or Traverse City or any of the people that we sort of Milford. What is it? Milford Media.
Milford Media, yeah.
Never would have done anything like that.
Yeah.
Never.
And I just remember, I mean, I took my camera there. I think I had my camera because I thought about doing this. And I was like, I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to get the footage and see if it works out. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a great spot. I mean,
Yeah.
that's at the train station, obviously.
oh, yeah. I mean, prime parking spot, prime viewing area. I can hear my significant other of the time in the background. She was there. So,
Oh,
which is kind of funny. I just thought about that.
yeah.
So, but I mean, talk about, I mean, whoever these two are.
Oh,
Wouldn't
yeah,
They wouldn't they love to have a copy of this video?
Yeah, I
For
mean,
old
they
time's
might
sake.
want to. They might. They might want it to say something other than friends, but
Yeah.
who knows how it played out for them.
I mean, 4th of July was always a great skating day.
Very magical. A lot of
Mhm.
magic in the air. A
Mhm.
lot of levity. People
Mhm.
felt free. I guess people felt free back then. I think is what you could say.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Man, what an event, 4th of July in Saginaw. It's nothing
Oh,
like it, I think.
I've been to a couple different cities in
Mhm.
the state of Michigan
Mhm.
and experienced their fireworks shows. They don't beat Saginaw.
Yeah.
Sorry,
kinda
sorry,
weird.
Lansing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bay City. Sorry, Midland.
Yeah. Well, Bay
Sorry,
Cities
Florida.
was good. I mean, the grand finale, I mean, whoosh, I don't know.
which I think is a perfect segue into like the rest of this video part, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean,
Nothing like it.
We'll see. These are friends. Callan, love the
Callan.
quality of that. Love the quality of that clip. Yeah, you probably scraped the whole time, but it's okay.
I was
you?
very excited.
Yeah.
I was very excited by that track.
I mean, you talk about talent, and this guy is just one of the most talented.
Nathan-
I mean, he came from nowhere.
Yeah. I thought about when we talked about looking at, this video in particular, I thought about the friend section because of course I was in it because, I'm like,
Mhm.
how much footage of myself am I really going to have to watch?
Mhm.
And, I thought, well, Nathan Pitts is in that too. And I'm like, I don't really know where he lived or
He
who
moved
knew
to
him.
New Orleans or Louisiana.
I did know that
somewhere.
because I followed him on Instagram for a minute when I had Instagram.
Mhm.
He did he was kind of into art and stuff, and I know he was doing that. But like in Saginaw, I think he lived like out by like St. Charles or something. So I never
Yeah,
really understood
yeah.
how he made it to like skate with us or like who picked him up or how he got there or anything. He just always was around.
Do you know who Cowboy was? I feel like he was friends with Cowboy. Do you remember that guy? His name's Justin Emia.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
really?
like
I
big
didn't
on
know
the
that.
the hardcore or the punk scene or something. I think they were friends. That's what I remember. But I mean, this guy, I remember he was at the train station with a girl,
Yeah,
with like a
yeah,
notebook, and they were like writing or drawing or something.
yeah. That's right. I do kind of remember them just sort of being like these artsy folks that were sort of hanging out writing poems in the
Mm-hmm.
wildflowers.
Mm-hmm.
This guy also skates and he was really good. And you said Justin Emiot, right?
Yeah.
Not
I
to be
think that's
confused with Matt
right,
Emiot,
right. That's what I always
you know,
confuse.
yeah, the great film producer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't want to say unused talent because he's probably doing he's has got his own skate stuff to say, but someone who
Yeah.
I wish we could have, filmed more with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Before you start,
yeah.
I am just gonna say, you know, the greatest joke that Jay Blankhorn ever made, I'm pretty sure it was
Hmm.
Jay, was about Derek Doss. And it was, what is, I can't remember how it went. What is Derek Doss going to be like when he's old? And it was feeble. And it was phenomenally hilarious that he thought of that and said that. I mean, I clearly still think of that because I'm like, that is such a funny kind of backhanded way to say something about somebody. Because I feel like we didn't really know him, and he wasn't really. I don't know. I don't think everyone really liked Derek Doss vibe. That's at least how I felt. Like I didn't. I never talked to him at all. All I know is he did a lot of cool tricks, but I'm like,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know this guy. Seems kind of aggro. I don't know.
Yeah, he did seem,
But
but I think that was the wrong impression to have. I think he was actually pretty chill.
that's usually how it works out. So
Yeah.
you think someone's kind of aggressive, but then they turn out to be like not that. They're just a little more reserved. I get
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, for
Who
sure.
who brought him in? Why is he here?
I think maybe Trevor and Scott, I think. Like I
Hmm.
never know, like I mean I go to school with them. I don't know. I don't know him at all, you know,
I wasn't it
Mr.
was it
Dobbs.
Clayton?
Oh, it could have been like a Clayton Scott type combination friend type thing. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes
Because
sense.
he's in another clip. He does a trick down Sunoco, and
Oh yeah.
Clayton is there on the same day. So I think he was
Yeah.
friends with Clayton.
Yeah. That's a
Okay.
great trick, by the way.
Oh, I mean, I've only
Only
landed
one more
two.
rotation and it would have been amazing.
I know, I know. I mean, I mean, all right, yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see the
Okay.
clip. There you go. How's that? There you go. I mean, how clean is that?
I was always a big fan of Bobby's style.
Mm.
He had a lot of pivots too, but he did them really clean.
I don't know about these kids. They were just there. I thought maybe they could have, they were going to grow up to be something. But
Didn't this Kevin kid, didn't his house burn down?
I hope not. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I think that happened. I think his house burned down, and that was a big deal back then. But we didn't really know him. We just kind of knew his house burned down. We're like, whoa, that's intense.
I did not. No.
And then I kind of remember him hanging out and doing kind of big tricks for little kids, Just cool.
Yeah, I think he was a big snowboarder.
Yeah,
So.
I kind of forget that is sort of like part of the skate crew. We're kind of like, I don't know where these people came from, and it's like, oh, they were like, they're snowboard kids, like
Yeah.
Trevor was big into snowboarding, Scott was big into snowboarding, and they kind of all fit together, and obviously kept up with the extreme sports. Obviously, good habit to have,
all season long. Yeah.
But
Ben Williams, notable skater, but he, I remember he like just bugging him for some clips. I was like, hey man, we're making a video. Like, you want to give some clips? I mean, Nollie Shove It is a throwaway trick, apparently,
yeah. Or the stuff he did at White Pine after this. Yeah, it's like,
yeah. I was like, what?
Okay. And I think I was surprised because it wasn't in their video that came out, 9 months later or whatever.
Oof.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Wait, well, that was before, right? Because Bolts came out before.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That was 2005.
Yeah, but they were doing, they did a lot of montages,
Yeah.
They're
And
big on internet hosting.
You see who's here. I mean, you see who's over here.
That's that, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Chris Shields.
Dope pancakes.
And we'll come back to it during Clayton's part. Well, yeah, because he filmed for Clayton's last trick.
Oh, yeah. And there's some drama there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, okay. All right. Cannonball. This is a cool trick. I mean, how didn't
That's huge. That's big.
But
we were there.
One?
Yeah.
We were here? No, we weren't here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we were.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, we were both. You and I were there. It was
No.
you and me and Ben and Josh. What is it? Gru?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not here.
Together.
I would have. Really?
Yeah, because there's a trick that I do in the same spot, just in a different area, and you filmed it, and they're in the background. But yeah, I remember them being there.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's kind of crazy to think about because it's like we're skating with these guys who are doing they're doing that,
Okay.
and we're doing something different.
And that metal is really, I think that metal is made out of something where it doesn't grind very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very,
But
very tacky.
I mean, he pretty much wins the video with these tricks. I mean, like this one? Come on.
Especially that one, yeah. Dave Sapesi.
Did I spell his name?
I will.
wrong? I probably spelled his name wrong.
I don't know, but I will say this about Dave. I remember being at the video premiere in your basement, and I remember there's a photo of him afterwards, and he's clapping or whatever. But I remember afterwards he was very upset that he only had like one trick in this video, and because he was like skating with Jerry. I went with them, like we skated Midland, like downtown a bunch with him, and like he was kind of on par with like he's kind of this guy, this other crew, kind of like Mitch Nasser in a way. Like he kind of had his own crew, they did their own stuff, but we would sometimes converge and like meet together. And I just remember him being very, very upset. He's like, I can't believe I only had one trick, and it was a stupid trick. But I mean, to me, I'm like, that's a great spot, and that's a That's a tough thing to skate right there, you know.
You know,
So
I
when
wish
I
I could
skated,
go.
it wasn't like that.
I wish I could go back and find you the footage that he sent because he had some. Let's just say he had some unique tricks, and they just didn't fit. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean,
They didn't.
I liked his
Oh
style of
yeah,
skating. I
yeah,
thought it was
yeah,
great.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a little more, like you said, it was unique and sort of specialized, and
It didn't come across on film.
yeah,
So, and I think that's why I only picked one clip. So,
yeah.
oh, I mean that's crazy.
That's wild. Oh, having Joel Kronk in any capacity in your escape video is a big deal.
Hmm. Uh-oh.
Aaron Holmes. Oh yeah, okay.
I mean, what a
My
transition
part.
here. Yeah. Anything you
Yep.
want to say before it starts?
Well, one thing I'll say is the clip with um Aaron Holmes right before this,
Oh yeah, you were there, obviously.
ollieing
Yeah.
the big, yeah, ollieing the big three. Um, that was every everybody was there because that was, I believe that was Ashton's funeral,
Oh,
and we all went to the funeral, and then we went and we just, I think
wow.
we went to train station. I think we literally just skated like all day, and went, as I think it felt like 30 people were just
No,
kind of hanging.
no.
It was a lot of people.
That
This was definitely
really?
that day. Yeah, because
Okay.
because I remember because I was wearing and skating in dress pants,
Hmm.
which I was like, I think that kind of changed a lot of things for me, and I'm like, I should wear dress pants more often, you know?
You're right. You're right. You're right. Because there's a clip of him. He hits his board. He says, "This for you, Ashton."
That's right. Yeah.
You know. Well, I was not there, but I was at school. So, but
Oh,
that's
that's right. Yeah.
so funny. Obviously, you would remember that. So,
Well,
well,
that's weird that you weren't there because I mean, like, who would have filmed me do that? The thing that I do on
Jerry
it,
is
like,
Jerry. It's Jerry's camera.
oh yeah, that makes sense.
And you know what? Jerry put a montage together after this.
Oh, he did.
Hmm. Because I remember there was a clip of Ashton like sweeping at the train station,
Yeah.
and that was
Hmm.
like the end of it.
Yeah.
Mm, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I did not know. I mean, obviously, I knew it was that day, but crazy. Who's the guy in this polo? Who's that guy? Is that one guy? Who's that?
Oh, that's Mike. Um, that was remember he ollied the
Mm-hmm.
new gap in Bay City. He
Mm-hmm.
fell, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Mike." That was Mike, and then he kind of became like,
Mitch.
no offense to Mike, not Mitch.
Oh.
No, it wasn't Mitch. It was Mike. He just kind of like, I think he started smoking weed a lot, and he was like kind of a burnout, and he just was like not really skating. He was just kind of
Mm-hmm.
like stoned all the time, which, you know, I mean, you're gonna wear that polo shirt. I mean, you're gonna probably smoke some weed. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But he just, yeah, that's what I remember about it. I mean, but he was one of those like sort of younger kids that kind of threw himself down a lot of stuff. That we're all just kind of like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. You're kind of crazy, but cool. You know, he was a nice kid. Nice kid. Good. All right,
Okay, let's keep playing. Let's keep playing after we find out
let's
who this
keep
guy
going.
is. What's the song again? Who sings this? M Ward?
Uh, M word. Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, did you pick this song? Probably.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have found it.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, you're right.
uh,
I do remember that you were skating in dress pants. I do remember that from that clip.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of people would just pass by. I mean,
Oh yeah. Like now that I remember that you weren't there, um,
yeah.
it's hard to imagine that anyone would would have filmed me doing anything that. I mean, it's goes to show this is the only clip I have from that day.
Mm-hmm.
And this was back when I was skating that big metal ramp, like loading ramp thing at that train station. I did a lot of heavy stuff on it, like big popping huge kick flips and backside flips on it and stuff. And no one ever filmed those.
That was hard to skate. That was really hard to skate. Yeah.
It was super hard. You know, it's not like we put a piece of plywood over the whole thing. It was just right at the start of it, and it was all just diamond plate. You know, very, very difficult. I felt like I was skating in New York or Philadelphia or something. You know, it was tough. But like, you know, no one ever filmed that, and it was like, okay, well, you know, I'm not doing a crooked grind and then a kick flip. So, you know,
you ever do a trick when you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe no one saw it. Let me do it again.
No,
just to
but
catch their attention.
No, I've never done that. But what I did do was I did do a trick that I didn't mean to do at all. Everybody saw it, and they're like, "That's amazing! I can't believe you did that." And I was like, "Me either."
What was that? What's that trick?
The small box at train station. I did a front nose grind, and I was just trying to do a shove it out front side.
Oh.
And I ended up doing a nollie varial flip out, and I landed it. And I remember Nick Cronkright saw it and was like freaked out, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't mean to. So I've definitely done stuff like that where it's like I didn't mean to do that, but I guess it was cool, you know, or like trying to ollie over a trash can from flat and just doing a nose bonk instead.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't mean to, but I guess it works. So
yeah, wow. But I mean, okay, wait. I mean, this trick is just. I mean, first of all, Jerry Sue shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Osiris.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to toot your horn, but I mean, I admired it. I admire, like, this is like, that's a tall ledge, number one. The snap on, it's not easy to get your board back off of there, but.
Yeah. It's a very delicate balancing point, like right before your back drop, you know, it's all about that.
I think if in general, like I'm going to skate a ledge, this is probably one of the first tricks I'm going to do.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's not a trick, but still, it's one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to put my board up like a front board and I'm going to pop it off. Yeah, for sure. But like, I think that this, I mean, I love the angle. Gotta love the angle. Was this just like in between Aaron? Like, there's not even anybody up here. No one's doing it? No one's doing anything?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I might have, I don't know. It's not something that took me a long time. It might have been before anyone else even really got there and started like trying to do tricks down the set, you know? And I might have just been trying to do something weird or, you know, I think by the time Aaron ollied that, I was just sort of hanging out.
Yeah.
You know? I think I'd already executed that, you know, but.
Well, anyways, I mean, obviously I had to stop it because, I mean, it spoke to me. It's one of my favorite tricks. I love it. I love this clip. Oh, it's like, hold on. I think way too highly of this trick. It's like, you get on, you know, and most people just get on and they get off. I would just get on and get off. Your front wheels kind of do that a little bit extra. Like it's almost like they roll a little bit extra. And then you kind of got to like, you got to bring it back. Like, I guess.
Right. Yeah. I think that might have been when I started learning how to do it. If it was like a ledge that just ended, like dead ended. I started learning how to go to fakie and stuff. It was kind of like, that was the next evolution of like having your your wheels drag. But I never popped from the nose. I always popped from the
Yeah,
tail, which I
yeah,
felt
yeah.
like was harder. But I like everyone was always doing like front like on ledges like front boards to like
Hmm.
ollie big spins out because they were popping from their nose. Like
Yeah,
I could never
no,
do that.
no.
But
And then there's this trick.
mhm,
Another one of
yeah,
my favorites. I
yeah,
mean,
I'm fairly proud of it. You know,
yeah.
it's a good one.
And I don't know if Jerry filmed it or if I filmed it. I'm pretty sure this is my car in the background. I mean,
Yeah, I think it was you.
yeah,
I
it
don't.
was
I
probably
don't.
just you and I.
Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't skate that or that you didn't film that sea ledge trick? I swear that was you. I swear that was you.
It could have been.
I feel like it was the same night. Anyways, I love this trick. Obviously, I filmed it. I probably you were just doing it, and I'm like, I gotta film that. And this is Jerry's Panasonic camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
I will say the clip before this, that small line where I ollie over that rail and just do a kickflip. That's actually probably my favorite thing I've ever done.
Oh
Because
wow.
I was going really really fast,
Mm-hmm.
and the ground is super smooth, so you don't lose any speed.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I popped it really nice.
That was really nice, actually.
I'm like,
That was
I
really
don't need to
nice.
do anything else. There's like a huge gap, like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna skate
You're
that.
like,
So I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
that's funny. There it is. Nice. I mean, how windy was it?
You
That
made
was
me do that.
360
You
flip.
made me do. Yeah, you made me do that. You talked a lot about how all of the tricks that Josh Grillo has on film for USB. You're
Uh-huh.
like, I asked him to do that. I made him do that. I told him to do that. I was like, oh, that resonates with me because I'm like, I remember this day in particular. Like, you need to like just 360 flip this gap. And then
Wow.
I think you wanted me to do something else on the ledge after that. I don't know that I did, but
Mm.
this took a surprisingly long amount of time. Like, I think
Mm.
like I don't know, at least a handful of tries, you know.
It's funny because I mean, it was clean. It was windy though. It was windy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I just want to see the tree. Wow. Yeah. Okay. There, you're skating in a full-on like pea coat, right?
Hmm.
Wow, Pat Brenner.
I know. Eat your heart out, Pat.
Those blue wheels. Weren't those like the worst quality blue wheels? Were they like basic blue wheels?
Yeah, that was like everyone was buying boards from Play It Again Sports, and there
Crown.
was yeah these like I don't know that it was Crown. I think it was a lot of Goodwood,
Oh,
um,
Goodwood was
like
there. Yes,
blank
you're right.
deck, like dipped boards and stuff, which were kind of hit or miss, but like every now and then you'd get a good one.
Yeah.
Um, and those trucks might have even been like they look like your they look like your basic raw trucks with blue wheels on them is what they look like. But I think they're like
Yeah.
unbranded trucks.
And this is a blank
Uh,
deck, white blank.
yeah, it's just
Okay.
all white. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
the Nike Dunks
Yeah, I mean, I see
with
kids nowadays in school, the kids, and I always tell them, the black and white dunks that everyone has.
yeah,
They're called pandas or something.
mhm,
I tell them, I say, we used to find those on the clearance rack for $40.
yeah,
That was probably
yeah.
outlet, right? Did we get these from the outlets?
I got those from the outlet. I think that yeah,
Because
that was like
oh yeah, these
you
were
went
yours,
with
right?
me. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm,
and I got like two pairs of Stan Smiths too at the
mm-hmm.
Adidas outlet. Yeah, which those were actually phenomenal
Yeah,
shoes to skate in as
yeah.
well. But
I
they were
guess
like a half size too small for me.
oh, but you still skate them in this part, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
yeah.
salad grind. I forgot about this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
What were you gonna say?
salad grind, Nike Dunks, bootcut jeans, clearly hanging over the back of my shoes. You know, yellow belt, um, uh, flannel shirt.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
In the summer, like
Yeah.
very.
See, I like this line. These Lakai.
Yeah, Mike Carroll.
Yeah. That was sick. and I'm falling over. I'm
Yeah.
falling over. I'm falling over. That was fun. There
Was
you
that
go.
pre red zone?
Oh gosh. I forgot about the red zone. Must have been. Yeah. Because it was.
Yeah. It was right there.
Yeah, it was right. Wow. What was the red zone?
The red zone was there was like these just two large cracks in the
Mhm.
pavement, like right after that box, and we just you had made the sign, the Saginaw sign. I think it was the same paint because you
It
had
must have
painted the
been.
boards.
Remember, I painted the boxes red.
Oh yeah, yeah, it must have been from
Mhm.
that too. So yeah, and you just painted this. I don't know whose idea this was, but I mean, I think I kind of went along with the concept of like, oh, like painted curb, like paint a spot in the pavement, and that's going to be a little bit more slick or something. And I just kind of remember like it was big enough where you could kind of like do a trick over the crack and then like do another trick over the other crack, kind of thing. It was never about clearing it. It was just kind of going into it, going out of it. It was great. A very simple obstacle that I don't think anyone else really understood. But
It was like, yeah, 180 into the red zone, fakey flip out or
yeah,
something. Yeah. Wow.
yeah, yeah,
And wasn't it like we would do like when we played skate, like, oh yeah, nollie flip in the red zone or something. Heel flip in the red zone.
yeah, yeah. I'm kind of curious if there's any footage in this video of the red zone, or if that's more slips.
I think it was the next video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Must have been. And I mean the Asics. I mean Asics is a legit skate
They are
brand.
now.
And any comments on the spray paint? The grip art here.
I'm not. Well, am I allowed to say what it said?
No, I think we can all say it.
Okay. It said fuck. I don't know why. I don't know why I put that. I think I just had a lot of, I think I had a lot of angst back then.
Didn't clearly.
And a Morrissey shirt on a skateboard that says fuck on the top of it. Yeah.
But didn't Jerry Sue have that on his board also in the Enjoy video? I feel like
Ooh,
there was a clip of him in it, and that's what he spray painted that on his board.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
There's something. Well, I'll have to look it up later. Let's see. This was a really good day.
Yeah.
Farmer Jack's again.
Farmer Jack.
Stan Smith's.
Yep. Best spot in Saginaw Township.
Oh, for sure.
Stardust before they knobbed it, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I haven't even been there in a long time. Are there railings on the side?
Yeah, they put railings up. They
Wow.
repainted everything. It's all fresh and really nice, but it's like
Okay. Isn't there a
all railings.
wooden railing or something?
There's a little wood like handicap
Wheelchair
ramp that goes
ramp,
up the side. Yeah, or wheelchair. Yeah.
So
Excuse
this wasn't the night, was it? Your best
Oh
night of
yeah,
skating ever?
the
Or was that a
the
different
best,
night?
that was this night. Yeah,
Oh wow.
this was after the. Sorry, I'm shaking my camera a little bit. Yeah, after the Lawn Chair Film Festival. I don't remember the movie. It was probably Wallace and Gromit, I
Mm.
think. Like the werewolf one, which was
hmm
if you haven't seen it.
Curse of the Were Rabbit.
Yeah. Check it out. It's a good one.
hmm
But yeah, it was after that, and we'd always go there. Be there like. I mean, I remember we were like, oh, we're gonna go to Stardust, but we're gonna go there after they closed. It would be like after midnight. We'd like be hanging out at your house or my house, and then we'd be like, okay, it's midnight. We can go and skate there.
Yeah, because like
Jerry got.
on Sundays, I think they closed at midnight or like 11.
Yeah.
And they would basically shut everything down, and the last person would leave at midnight,
Yeah.
and then we would skate until like 3 a.m.
Yep.
That's
I do
crazy.
remember the cop showing up a couple times, but they were mostly cool. They're like, oh, you're not breaking in. You're not doing anything illegal. Okay, we don't care. Just don't break anything. Um,
Yeah.
I remember that happening a couple times, but
But
funny
was
thing
this
about this spot.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, well, I was just gonna say, funny thing about this spot that no one no one ever really skated it, but I remember skating here a lot and like, oh, you do like a trick on the manual pad there, and then I think there's like a speed bump further down, like the
Hmm.
further north you go or whatever. Um, and I just remember, and it's all super slick blacktop, and I just remember going really, really fast. But then there's sort of this like raised
Hmm.
manhole at the corner of the building. I think I did like I know I manualed it,
Mm. Oh
um,
yeah, 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 yeah. That
and
was
I,
cool.
like that to me was like, oh, that's like a really cool thing that
Hmm.
never really got a lot of attention.
Mm.
But yeah, it's again, it's like skating a manhole. It's like New York or Philadelphia or another big city, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of give you that vibe, you know,
Yeah.
like you're out there.
But was this the night that you did all the tricks?
But yeah, yeah,
It was
it
that
was.
night? Okay. I thought it was a
Hmm.
different night, maybe. I mean, I know that it was the Lakais, but like, what
Hmm.
did my camera die or something? Like, why didn't I film it?
Um, I think I was trying a lot of the tricks for like a while, and
Mm.
then when I landed them, it was like I landed one thing, and it was like, oh, okay. And then instead of going like, oh, let's film that one trick, I just started trying to do other stuff, and then I just was like sort of back to back. I did like three or four different tricks, and it was like, well, I don't think I can repeat that. I think we tried, and it was like, not gonna happen. So
But what did you do? Kickflip manual, kickflip out.
did I kickflip out? I guess I did. Okay, I remember doing a kickflip manual for sure. I remember doing manual no comply 180 out.
Hmm.
I did a manual no comply shove it out for sure. I think I might have been trying the kickflip manual kickflip out. I'm not sure if I landed that or not. I
I
might
see.
have
I
done a
thought
kickflip manual 180 out instead. But so
I'm
yeah, I had
pretty.
a handful.
I'm pretty sure you did because I just remember it being like you were like these are the best shoes ever, and like you even did that, and I was like, dang, that was crazy.
Yeah, I told you I'm a flip in flip out guy.
I
You
know,
know.
I know, I know. Um, okay, here's a random question.
Mm.
So when I'm skating, especially at this time, if I'm trying to trick, I'm not I was never shy to be like, hey, let's grab the camera. I don't think you were ever
Mm.
that. You never did that.
No, no, I wasn't. Um, no.
Did you think
Mm-mm.
about like making a part and be like, I would really love for this trick to be in my part, or did you think about it and just be like, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen? Like, what was your approach?
I think that I wanted to have a part, you know, like I wanted to do tricks, I wanted to get tricks on film. Um, and I think that there were certain things that I tried that just like, all right, well, I'm not going to keep jumping down this gap anymore. It's not going to happen. You know, I'm not going to waste everybody's time. And I think that kind of evolved my skating a little bit, to you know, doing some weird things, you know, and I think it kind of translated into the stuff where it's like, oh, that's maybe a little bit more unexpected or things that like you know, you wouldn't think to film.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you know, because this wasn't really, you know, we're working with like finite media at this time. You know, it's not like
Mm-hmm.
I can just, you know, delete that video on my iPhone and do another one, you know, or, you know, quickly erase, you know, what's on the hard disk for this camera and
Mm-hmm.
go again. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was sort of like I might have had like a irrational concept of like wasting
Yeah.
time and
Yeah.
footage and money and stuff. And I probably due to a lack of like confidence in like my own abilities and like whether or
Mm-hmm.
not people thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I started doing like just kind of weird random stuff, you know,
Oh.
like,
Oh.
oh yeah, who's thinking about doing a manual no comply shove it out,
Right.
you know. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sure they were popular and I learned how to do them and it was like, oh, okay, that's like all I do
Mm-hmm.
now. You know. So and if you got one on film it was like happenstance or like I was the only other person skating at the time. So um yeah, I just didn't really want to, you know, I wasn't big about putting myself out there, I think, oddly enough.
I mean, because even like you said about that 360 flip, it was like a thing of like, it was like I would ask you to do, oh, you should do this and let me film it.
Mm,
But even like Josh, I was saying how I told Josh to do a bunch of tricks, and he's not the personality type to be like, hey, I want to do this trick and I want you to film it, you know.
yeah. Mm,
Um, I was like that. Trevor was like that. I can't really think of anybody else who was like that. Bobby was like that because Bobby
yeah.
liked getting, stacking clips, but not
Yeah.
even Jay. Jay was not like that. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I think
so,
Scott was maybe a little bit more like that.
oh god,
I think he was a little more carefree about it, but he
yeah.
was definitely more like, "Hey, film this." Like
Hmm.
I'm trying this thing and I want you to film it. Um,
Hmm.
you know, but it's interesting you brought up Jay because I was like, um, I think these I guess this part is coming up after this, but I'm like,
Hmm.
that's the thing about Jay is like he wasn't as into skating as like everybody else was. you know,
Yeah.
like I remember when we met, it was like he barely skated, and it was like us becoming friends with him kind of I think sort of propelled him a little bit more into skating because he really
Hmm.
wasn't into it that much. So he definitely didn't have that personality of you know, hey, film me doing this thing. He just kind of went and
Hmm.
did stuff. And it happened to be that the stuff that he did was big and generally got him hurt. And, people were like, let's film this, not because he got hurt, but because it's a big, crazy, cool trick.
I mean, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, he's very polite. He would always ask,
mm.
You mind if I try that with you? Mind if I?"
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or
He was
I
very
think he,
polite. He was a very hard worker.
I think I might have been. I think I remember a couple instances where like I was trying a trick and he was like, "You mind if I try to film that?" And I'm like, you know,
Mm.
I was like, "Oh wow."
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was kind of the same way. If anyone else was trying to film it, like, oh, you should try that. And if I would like try it a couple times and if I didn't land it within like 10 tries, I was like, just forget it, you know. But
Yeah. Yeah. Like
yeah,
move on to someone else. Someone else is going to
exactly, exactly,
do something, why don't waste your time on me kind of thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. All right, let's
Anyway,
see what other what's going on here.
treats are in store,
I mean, comment on the sweater. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. That was really something.
you know, this was actually the prior year
Yeah.
because you had already cut your hair,
Yep.
and this was
Yeah.
the prior year,
This
and it
was
was just footage after Jerry's kids. So
yeah, this was like and right after we saw I feel like right after we saw Bolts too. Because I
yeah,
think this was like I think we were a little bit like amped up to skate too.
hmm, hmm,
At least that's how I felt.
okay,
Or I mean, maybe I was just amped up to skate after. I'm not sure,
yeah.
but
I think it was like
um,
I think it was like an unusually warm weekend
mm,
around in
yeah,
December, and Jerry's
yeah,
kids had already come out, and we were just like,
mm,
yeah, we were skating here. So,
yeah.
uh, oh, because you know what? That's the same day that I did the switch frontside shove it switch manual. Remember on that little curb thing right there? And that was in Jerry's kids. Remember right here?
Oh yeah,
Switch.
yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you spun out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Jerry has a trick in there with this shirt on. Anyways.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah.
Yeah.
And this was also the clip. You have some really big wheels here. Sorry, I just pointed.
Oh
No,
yeah.
never mind. No, never mind. You
They
don't.
were
Those are.
clear. I think they were clear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Crux trucks.
Crux
They're the
trucks.
best.
Yep, I was just gonna say
They're the
that.
best. Yeah.
And this is the
Uh,
clip. This is the clip that I used to paint you a board for
yeah,
Christmas.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you still
that's
have
right.
that board at your parents' house? Maybe.
I don't think that's something they would have gotten rid of. I
Hmm.
know it was something I didn't take.
Yeah.
Um, so it's definitely got to still be there.
Yeah.
Um, it's either that or I don't know if you've asked me for it for some other reason, but I don't think you would have done that.
No,
So
I
it's
wouldn't.
it's
No.
yeah, it's probably there. Because I remember I had like a stack of like broken boards and stuff at home, but like we used those when you were making the sign
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
station.
yeah.
I like I was like, here you go, here's some like not fully cracked in half boards, and like
Yeah.
it was like 5 or 6 that I had, and then but that one
Mhm.
was like there. So
Mhm. Okay.
yeah, I never carried it with me, so it's definitely there.
Yeah. I mean, that was really good. And heel flip. Boom. I mean, perfect ending to the song, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was super clean. How do you feel about that trick?
I do remember Ben Williams being kind of excited about that. He said at the premiere, he was like, "Oh yeah, cool frontside air on that. That's cool." And I'm like, "Well, you know, the frontside air was like half an inch high, but he's like, whatever, it's cool."
He only did a
right.
no comply 360 on it.
Right, and he was the only one to say anything about it. Like, I don't know if you're joking or not, but yeah, I remember him having a comment about that. It was really hard. That was really hard. That's a hard thing to skate.
Yeah.
That was before they put the big curve in front of it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that, well, never mind. You're dressed too lightly. I was going to say, was it cold this night? Did you take your coat off?
I think it was probably like September, October, but it was still kind of, warm.
Oh, because there's a bunch of leaves on the ground.
Yeah. But it was like, probably like 60, then the sun goes down.
Oh, okay.
50, 45 kind of thing. And it was just after skating for hours, you're like, shed the coat kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I like that clip. I like the landing. What did you say there? Do you know what you said?
I don't remember.
No. No.
I don't remember. No. Do you know?
That reminds me, I want to go back to something real quick in a minute after this. I mean, another late night spot.
Yeah.
Are those Jerry Sue shoes? What shoes are those?
Oh yeah. Those are, I'm pretty sure those are, I think I had 2 pairs of those. I had a pair that were like leather that were black and green, and then I got the next pair, like the next model or version year, and it was all black suede. So it's either one of those two.
You're right. Hold on.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, were they like rubber toed? Or are they shell toe?
No, they're just vulcanized.
Okay.
But they're like all suede.
Okay. Yeah. I remember those now. What a spot. I mean, I still remember when I found out that it was Men's Warehouse, WEAR.
I know. Isn't this where we got suits for your wedding? I think we got suits for your wedding.
Oh, we did go there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We did. Oh yeah, I went there and got measured. Yeah.
Yep. I think I bought something there. I don't know if you got yours there, but I think we got measured there, and then I bought something.
Yeah. That's so funny. I forgot about that. Wait, no.
I still have it. It doesn't fit me.
Well, we were in Saginaw. Okay. For some reason I thought I was in Lansing, but okay. Yeah, I love this spot. This is a really good spot. I think I was trying nollie backside flip. Maybe I don't know what I was trying, but yeah, this was really good. Very clean, and obviously I'm yelling in the background.
Right. You didn't think I'd make it.
Is Jay filming? Who's filming?
Yeah, Jay's filming. I think he parked his truck there and he was like sitting on the top of it filming.
Wow.
That's why there's that kind of above angle.
Yeah.
I got a decent memory for this stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a bit of a history buff, you could say.
I mean, it was good filming it was good filming.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, zoom in all the way.
Yeah, that's a little unexpected. That sort of that type of thing,
Yeah. Wow. Oh, wait. Hold on, wait. I want to go back to the intro real quick. Here.
Mhm.
Because I know what you were saying.
Like
But
sand
in your
through
clip,
the hourglass,
you're saying
so
something.
are the days of our lives.
Do you remember what you said?
Oh, and that? Oh, I said something like, really? No, ew, gross, or something like that. Yeah. I don't know what I was talking about,
What were you talking
but
about?
I don't remember. But I was explaining, it was something else that someone else had said, and I was explaining it. I thought it was fun,
Hmm.
and I don't know, I don't really know how well that landed. I mean, I thought it was hilarious, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know what I said after that church band clip though. I definitely said something, but I don't know.
You
Not
know,
sure.
it makes me think that you said something like, yeah, want to check it? Remember we used to always say, yeah, let's check it.
That is I, it did remind me of that. I think we were skating at Peace Lutheran,
Oh,
like
that's what it was. Okay, okay, okay.
yeah. Well,
That's
I
what
mean, I think it might have been something along those lines because I remember we did that. And it was I rolled up and I was about to say like, you know, let me check it, but then I like hiccuped at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember we
Mm-hmm.
got that out of the bill. It was funny. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Friends part down. One
Okay,
more
when
try.
I was watching this again the other day, and I totally forgot about this clip, but this clip is hilarious.
It's
But
kind of an example of like a thing I thought that I could skate, not really thinking about the physics of, one axle trailer, what would
yeah,
happen if I jumped on the back of it.
what was this
So I'm
pink
a
board that
little TGM.
really? Okay.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of the TGM blanks
Oh,
era in this
okay.
too, because those were great. They still are.
Okay.
The Maples, right?
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
This is
I mean, hit or
Jerry's
miss.
part.
You got 1 out of 5 is bad. Yeah, Jerry's part. I mean, with the sticker here. I mean,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, he was wild. He was wild.
he
I
was in.
won't.
He must have been in 10th grade here, going into 10th grade.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was like
Yeah.
when he was a freshman in high school, I was a freshman in college. That's how I always remember
Mhm.
it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the song, what's it called? Mr. Tough? I mean,
Yeah.
who
Mm.
sings the song?
Yola Tango.
Yola Tango. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they had a real diverse musical style, I thought.
They did. I don't know if it was you or I mean, it must have been you, but I think it was either like a montage or like a short, like a short montage. I think it was just of your skating, but I think it was on the other side of Peace Lutheran where the little curb cut was, the little grass gap
Hmm.
to and we put it to Autumn Sweater by them. But yeah, like completely different style. Maybe that was just me. Maybe I just made something. I'm not sure.
No, I was gonna use that song in Jerry's Kids, and I edited a bunch of
Oh,
parts to it, but then I didn't end up
oh, I
using
see.
it.
Okay, that must have been
So,
what it is. I just remember watching it a lot.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
All right, let's go to Jerry. I mean, he's a madman. This is actually
I
really
was
good.
I was just gonna say great line
I mean,
in Etnies.
these
When
Calicuts, I think they were called.
Yeah,
Man.
when no one liked those, everyone was
Yeah.
like, "Those are dumb shoes." I mean, I had a pair back in forever
Yeah.
before that.
I mean, Pole Jam again. There you go.
Yep.
Were you with us at this time? Bay City?
No. Nope. That's sick. I think
I
that's sick.
mean, turn your exposure down, eh? It was me. It was my camera. I mean, here, that's a really good trick. Atney's again.
Yep.
That was dipped really, really dippy.
That was really good.
Nose slide. I mean,
Gonna do a nose slide on a rail.
he
Front
was
side
skating
or
with
back
Glenn. He was skating with Glenn, Nick, serious
Mhm.
skaters at the time, you know.
Yeah. Say they're serious skaters, but like I never really understood what that meant. You know, like
Yeah,
they seem to be pretty casual, carefree type guys. I didn't think that they
yeah,
were like
but yeah,
super serious.
I mean, just not afraid to, you know, jump down the 7 stair, 6 stair handrails. I wasn't getting close to a handrail. Wesco was as close as I'll get.
That's right. Oh yeah, there's no Wesco footage in this, huh?
There is,
Ooh,
there
there is.
is, yeah.
Okay.
50180, that's a hard trick. Fakie half cap board side. That's crazy.
That is crazy. This is crazier.
Yeah, he does a bunch of
Um,
tricks.
That's my favorite. So is that.
But in the next video, no, it wasn't even in the next video. It was like 2 years later. What did he do on there? Pivot fakie?
Really?
He did something like way harder. I'm pretty sure he did a pivot fakie, or maybe something harder. I mean, I'm shocked that he dropped in on that. Or didn't he do a bomb drop there? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Or like tail drop from the. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he did something else on here. I can't think of what it was. It was like really, really hard. This trick? What a weird trick. I'm pretty sure those are girls' shoes. They are girls' shoes.
They definitely are. Yeah. Well, he was so small that I think I remember we all went to Foot Locker and like he was like, "Oh, I can get those," and they're like, women's size 9 or something.
Speaking of small, look at those skinny jeans. Man!
Mm,
Wow.
yeah. He
Again-
admitted to me he wore his sister's jeans one time. I don't think it was like a regular thing, but it was like back when kids went to like hardcore
Mhm.
shows and stuff. He
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
"Oh, I borrowed my sister's jeans for that because I wanted to fit in."
Wow.
Yeah. It's a different time.
This is his Panasonic. I mean, look at the colors. And it was just so much. You know, it's funny. This is what happens when you just make a video with like 5 different people who have 5 different cameras, and it's just
Yeah.
all over the place. There's like,
Yeah.
it's not cohesive. This is a crazy trick though. That's wild. Another pop
Yeah.
cut. Wow. Kirkwood. Oh, Smith.
Back
I guess
Smith.
it's a Smith. Yeah. There's a trick. What was that place called? Was it a restaurant? Was it a
Wasn't it like
flower?
a great grains or something like that?
Oh, Great Grains. It was a bakery. You're right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was closed. It was never open.
That was a cool spot. There you go. How's that? Kickflip?
The big
You didn't want to
kickflip.
kickflip it?
No.
Nose grab?
Amazing.
I mean, Mark Johnson, basically. There, Glenn's in the back. Look, Glenn in the background. Nick and Glenn.
Yeah.
He was skating the line in Midland with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's Dave too.
Oh, you're right. That was Dave. You're right. Yeah, Dave.
But that
had
looks like a
some-
great spot.
Yeah, I was always kind of jealous. Yeah, I mean, wish we had more Dave footage. That's
I
crazy.
was there that night.
Oh, really? That's in Midland?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like right downtown.
That's like
it's
the
actually
downhill
pretty.
thing.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts because it's pretty steep and
Yeah.
you go really fast. And I mean, those ledges are super waxed. They're super slick.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Well, you remember he, did you see the clip of him like ollieing and then bombing the hill?
No.
It was in another video. Anyways,
Oh.
it's not posted on YouTube. Boom. That was sick. I mean, he's got a unique style of skating. You can't argue about that. I filmed that. with the sweater vest. That was really good. This is a really good line. I filmed it.
Yeah.
And I filmed it, messed it up right there. Flint, U of M. That's sick. That was clean.
The pop shove it.
Switch.
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 Wow.
That's so gnarly. Look where his feet are. Oh,
Yeah.
you're there. This is you.
I am there. Yeah.
You were there.
That's me. I was very supportive. I was usually at the end of the street there.
Was Trevor there? Trevor's filming that.
I know Clayton was there.
Okay. This is Trevor's camera. I don't remember
Yeah.
being there. That's so crazy though. That's really hard to skate. I filmed this. GL2. I said we had to film our bangers on the GL2. And this.
Did you ever ollie that gap?
No.
Oh,
Did you?
yeah.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't go, I ollied the other one, the teeny tiny one, but.
Yeah.
Is this you in the background?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's me in the background. There's Wesco.
Great song. There's Wesco footage.
This is Derek Dost is here somewhere.
Yeah. Well, that must be. Was that him? Is that their truck? It kind of looks like him back there by that
I
truck.
don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's a different day
Clayton.
because that day he was
Yeah.
he was only in a t-shirt. I mean, he looks like he's
Oh,
wearing gloves
yeah.
here.
Yeah. In a mystery skateboards hooded sweatshirt.
I mean, if he was gonna skate for a band, it's gonna be
Oh, yeah.
mystery probably or
All the
Zero.
way.
Mhm.
Or a toy machine.
Yeah, Toy Machine too. What was I gonna say? Something. He does do a switch flip. That was not the Wesco clip that I was thinking about. That's crazy. Here we go. Here we go. That was nuts. That was a really, really good line. To just
Yeah.
casually like kickflip 50-50 like that after
Yeah.
going really fast. I don't remember. I think Trevor's probably filmed. No, Trevor's right there. I'm right here. Who was filming this? I don't know.
You know what? You know, we talked about Nathan, but I think Nathan was surprisingly behind the camera a lot more than I think we realized.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we filmed that.
Because maybe Scott, honestly.
Or Scott, yeah.
'cause I think
Scott
this
filmed a
is-
lot of Clayton.
This is me. This is you.
Yeah,
And then Trevor. So probably
Yeah.
Scott. Yeah, I mean, him and they were friends. But
could have been Jerry too.
and I
Jerry,
don't want to.
Jerry,
Yeah, but this is like a very plain filming angle.
no, I'm right there. I'm sitting down in a bunch.
Oh, you were.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, we know how to find you now.
Yeah, supervising in
you
the
know,
chair.
It's not Trevor. I don't know who else this could have been. I think it's Scott.
I think it's Scott or Jerry.
Okay. But it's a very plain filming angle. is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah, and it's a little upward. You know, that's insane.
Yeah. Okay, is this Clayton's car? Red Saturn?
Ooh.
I'm curious. Because that's mine, obviously. Trevor's
Yeah.
red car. Who drove the Saturn? I think it must have been him.
I don't think so.
No.
He
maybe
had
someone
a-
else.
Red Saturn.
Mhm.
Well, my parents had a black Saturn briefly. That was like that one, but that's obviously red.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out whose that was. I don't remember who else
Yeah.
drove. Josh was there,
Yeah.
Josh Grillo, but Josh Grillo never drove, so
Right.
oh well.
Must have been his.
Or Bobby. Or Derek Dost. There was Derek Dost in the back. Or on the side, right there.
Yeah.
It was probably Derek's.
Probably Derek's, yeah. Frontside
Derek-
flip.
I mean,
nuts.
yeah, that is nuts. You know, Derek Dost is a two-name person. You know, I
Oh,
bet
yeah.
everyone who's ever met him. Oh, do you know Derek
Right.
Derek Dost?
Hey, Derek Dust, how's it going? Derek Dust, can I get you a cup of coffee? Skated that spot like no one's ever skated it before.
I know. There you go, Jay. That's sick.
Is this the same? No, it's not. I was gonna say that what that waterworks that handrail spot is that the same? That's not the same day that Josh did a bunch of tricks on that rail. And like,
It's the day that he
almost died.
smashed his face.
Is it that day?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I only remember going there that day.
yeah, that's true. I don't remember going there more than one time.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and you know what? Later, after he hit his face, like when we show that clip, he Jay is wearing those same clothes,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and coincidentally, he's wearing the same shirt right here.
right.
No, he's not. It's just green. Green was his color, maybe. There you go.
Yeah,
Another green shirt.
5-0
That's
the
crazy.
corner rail.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Polo. He looks
This
so
is sick.
disappointed. Yeah, it is, but he looks
that
disappointed.
is sick. Yeah.
Oh no, he looked really.
Yeah.
It's Kellen's face.
Oh yeah, where he's like, wow, that's amazing.
Flying. That's crazy.
That is.
What's he gonna do here? 5-0? Tail slide?
Tail slide, a circle rail. Wow.
There you go. How's that? Davenport.
These are just big tricks, man. Big tricks.
Yeah. There you go. And I think he was my,
Huge.
I think I found out that Jay did that, and I was like, dang, I want to do a trick over that.
Yeah.
And that's why I tried to do a switch ollie. I think if
You
my
never landed that.
No, I think if my wheels were bigger, because
Yeah.
I used such small. Because when you go fast, you run out of speed with small wheels.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I mean, Jay was always a DVS guy, loyal to the brand, you know. A lot of
TVS and
shoes.
iPath as well.
Oh, really?
He had a
Oh.
pair of iPaths that he loved, which
The year before, I think. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He never went through shoes. It was nuts.
Well, he
he,
didn't
like,
do
never did.
kickflips.
Yeah, he never did. Or he did. He'd like, oh, he'd just do one and he'd land it. Be like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't need to practice these right.
That's great. He landed half in the dirt, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Do you remember this day?
Kind of, yeah. I kind of remember it being like no one was really skating this place at all
Hmm.
except for Jay, maybe.
Yeah.
And I think he maybe only did that because someone said that he should do it. And a switch flip over a 5-stair with a weird run up, I can only think that it would probably be you that said that you should do it, that he should do it.
Probably. But there was
but
something
is
else.
this the-
Something else important about this day.
Yeah, is this the no ifs, ands, or buts thing day? with
No,
the,
no. That was because that was the year before,
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
and this is
That's
like late.
that's-
This is late fall.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Yeah, that's right. Because that would have been spring. So what was this?
He was very drunk this day.
He was drunk. No way.
Yeah, I remember he was drunk. I mean, was he drinking at the time?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, he was okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Because-
I think I was too, but more. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I think this was like when he went golfing with people too. So I think that's kind of weird. So.
This.
Yeah.
I just
that-
remember
yeah.
him being drunk, and I was like, because he's being so goofy,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm like, I just remember being so amazed. I'm like, he just switch flipped this 5-stair while drunk. And it was clean.
Yeah, I skated with you once while I was drunk, and it did not. I did not switch flip a 5-stair.
Where was that?
Um, I was at my cousin's wedding. This was in Saginaw,
Oh,
and
I
then you
picked you
picked me
up.
up.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then we went to like where the old Circuit City was, the Target parking lot.
Mhm.
And we were just like skating the sidewalks and like the curb cuts and stuff, and
Oh,
I
okay.
basically just kept falling over the entire time. I was laughing, I was having a great time or whatever, but I was like, this is terrible. I shouldn't be doing this. So
That's
I
fine.
can't imagine, jumping down a flight of stairs. I mean,
Yeah.
even if it's only 5,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a little crazy for me.
Let alone going the opposite way.
Hmm.
Oh.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, Clayton wearing gloves. That's so cool. Crooked grind.
Yeah.
That was really good. Traverse City.
Huge.
Remember what that spot was called? I mean, they did a whole documentary on it.
Did they really? Isn't it just? It's just like it's by the bay. It's like a little park by the bay.
Yeah, but they made I mean, Chris Shields did. He made a whole documentary on it. He was like, it's the
Yeah.
best spot. Open space. Open space.
That's right. Is that what they called it?
Open space. yeah.
Open space. Yeah, that's right. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, good for them.
I mean, it's no train
Glad they-
station, but
Yeah.
for a place
Naturally
that,
occurring, I guess.
yeah. We've got this big wide open space where we skate. What should we call it?
Oh, open space.
Open space.
Yeah, they're a creative bunch in Traverse City.
I mean,
It's all the
He's-
wine.
it's like saying, we've got this big room where we work together. What should we call it? We work.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised.
mean-
I'm surprised the name didn't have more to do with like all of the stairs and ledges,
Yeah.
right? Because that's
Yeah.
it's an easy thing to name things. Oh, that's the zigzag round ledge,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's not that open. It ends in a
Yeah.
body of water.
Yeah, and there was they would do
Interesting.
one of the, what was the name? Tyler Franz, do a trick and
Mhm.
jump into the water. Or the
I
other
never
kid?
saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Tyler France, he's like a pro.
Is he
Or
now?
was a
Yeah.
pro.
I
Yeah,
mean-
he became pro. And
Yeah,
went
like
out
in
to
2012 or
California.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, and then did some
I
stuff
think
in
they lived.
California and then came
They
back.
all moved to Arizona, I think.
Oh.
Hmm. Yeah. So. All right. Let's.
What was
let's,
their-
what was their?
I'm
what?
sorry. What was their crew called? They had like a name.
Up. You
Oh,
mean Peninsula?
Peninsula Productions. Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if they
They
had
were
a
the
crew.
They were the PP boys. I don't know. They made it up, not me.
No. Or then they became Pleasant Productions.
Oh yes. Yeah.
I could never find out if they lived in Traverse City or Mount Pleasant. I think Chris Shields lived in Mount Pleasant.
Really. Weird.
Yeah. Remember, the Sigaros era?
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways, let's see what Clayton has in store here
Yeah.
in the last 20 seconds. Bolts. There you go. Boom. Very casual.
Yeah. What would you call that? What would you call that trick?
Pick your own name.
No, it's got a name, right?
Nollie big spin heel flip.
That's a great trick to
Yeah.
do down again. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean,
He popped it.
well,
He popped it.
he had the Nollie varial heel flip. That was his trick,
Yeah.
right?
That's true.
Um,
Yeah.
So you just, turn your shoulder a little bit more and you got it.
Yep. That's right.
Um,
I mean, look at that. Look at that setup.
yeah,
Serious.
yeah.
Looks like he's riding a smaller board.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
very fitting.
Mhm.
Fitting for the time, right? Everyone's probably on the 775 right now.
Mhm, mhm.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. And that ground is so slippery.
Yeah.
And then your wheels would be coated with black after you skate there.
Yeah.
So.
And everyone had like 52 millimeter wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of impaired,
Mm-hmm.
Everyone talks about bolts, but I mean, just the balance you gotta have to ride away, even at all,
Yeah. 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 And I think he does land bolts. Let's see.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And a
I
lot
call
of
that
rocks
bolt.
there. A lot of rocks there too.
Oh yeah. He was the kind of guy that would never like sweep them wet.
Mm-hmm.
He'd just skate over it,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why he was always like hitting rocks, because he would just be like, I'm not gonna. No. He'd never stand at the bottom and sort of kick them away like everyone else would. He'd just be like, whatever. I'm going for it. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Or like stop on the way up and be like, I think I see a rock at the end there. Let me go.
Right.
I'll go back around and do it again.
Yeah. Get himself all psyched out. Yeah.
And he doesn't seem very excited to land it. I mean.
Yeah. He's always, he always has kind of a slightly defeated look, Maybe it's that it took him longer than he expected.
Yeah. Maybe he's.
We never really got into Jay's psyche when it came to skateboarding.
Yeah. True. But I mean, maybe it was secondary. There were times when it was primary, but maybe it was secondary.
Right.
I don't know. He had just got done with the ACTs, right? You guys all took the ACT?
That's true. I might have taken it the weekend before. I did fine.
Okay.
I did fine. We all did fine.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the drama behind
the infamous trick drama right here. Filming.
Yeah.
Drama.
Well, yeah, he just didn't want me to have it.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Where he's like, well, I mean, I don't know what he wanted you to say. Maybe like, I'll give you $100 or something.
Yeah.
Or I don't even think any amount of money would have persuaded him. I think he was just dead set on being that competitive.
What was the video they were making? Remember, it was a beautiful trailer. Obviously, it never came out, but it was called something.
I don't remember.
Keep Pushing or something. It was called Pushing something.
Yeah.
Pleasant Productions.
I think Keep Pushing sounds right.
That sounds really bad, though. I really hope it wasn't Keep Pushing.
Yeah, I know. It's a little cliche, but
Foot to the Ground. What was it called? It has something to do with pushing, right?
Mm.
No, that was a Transworld video. I want to say Right Foot Forward, but that's not what it was. Rolling. Something about rolling. How we roll.
That might have been it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was How We Roll.
I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest with you. After sort of the way they treated you, I wasn't really their biggest fans.
Yeah, me either. But
I mean, I think everyone tried to give them a good shot. Be like, oh, these cool kids with expensive equipment and very good skaters and stuff, and like tried to give them a shot. Like, oh, maybe they're just like everybody else, but they seem to kind of be a little into themselves. Not everyone, but
Yeah, no, I mean, especially that's just the feeling that I got from him. And I mean, it's like,
yeah,
I was like, dude, like 25 people are going to watch our video. Just let me,
right.
Let me have the video. Let me have the clip.
Yeah. Like no one that's going to watch yours is going to watch mine.
Exactly.
Maybe,
right.
Maybe if you happen to share a copy of yours with me and I share it with other people.
Yeah.
But, because this was like, YouTube was a thing, but it wasn't like, I don't think any of us really thought about. I mean, it was, because I remember.
Yeah.
But it was, it was very in its infancy. None of us ever really thought about like, oh, we should put it on YouTube because that.
Yeah, no, there was upload limits. You could only do 10-minute video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it was just like, it's not going to get any sort of exposure.
Yeah. No. And anyways, I guess he finally did it. AOL file transfer. That's how I,
which is wild.
Direct connect. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, oh well. Okay, let's look at the last part. Josh Grillo. So you know what I was thinking? Josh Grillo. This was his first last part. you know?
His
Di-
first last part.
yeah, it was the first last part. Like in Jerry's Kids, you remember what his part was? Where did he
Uh,
fall?
like third or fourth, I think. Maybe even second.
He was in the first part.
He was the first part. Well, okay.
Uh,
You know, I can see that.
Scott and Josh. Remember Saturday in the
God.
Park? Saturday in the
Yeah,
Park.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Any other? And I remember seeing that part, and I was like, I didn't even know who he was. Like, I knew that you guys knew him, and I knew that I don't even ever remember really skating with him. Um, but I was like, this guy should have had the last part. I know he only had like 10 tricks, but he did, you know, kickflip no slide at soccer complex,
Oh yeah.
360 flip on the three flat, and then 360 flip new gap.
He he 50-50'd a stack of plastic pallets that was like waist high.
Wasn't it? And then he dropped down into another one
Maybe. I don't
behind
remember.
Kroger,
That's
right? Wasn't it behind Kroger
I don't even know. Yeah, maybe
station?
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely worth rewatching. But okay, let's take a
Oh
look.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
All
take a
right.
look. Let's
A classic. You asked about this scene earlier. Classic scene. Bit of an injury. I mean, he'll give you the shirt off his back. I mean, Callan
he's a
Kramer.
real nice guy. He's a real nice.
Um, you got a.
Seriously. Nice.
Oh yeah, very nice
Whoa.
guy. I always appreciated how respectful you were here. You were very you seemed very affected. What was going on in your mind here? Because you're just like,
I think that I mean I obviously I was there. And I was right at the bottom of the stairs like one would be, and I mean I just saw him. I think that was like the worst slam I've ever seen in
mm,
my life in person. Like, which that like carries a weight, or you're like, oh my God, I saw this person just completely wreck themselves. Your heart goes out to them.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah, and of course the Dominic here in the background.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. He's just like chasing him around. Here, do you want a drink of water? You want a drink of water?
Or like
And
a
the,
classic McDonald's water cup. Yeah.
oh, I was wondering where that was from. Yeah, it's classic for sure. It's funny because like this place, it was really funny that you could go to this place and there was no fences or anything. It's just like, here's our water supply. We're not going to protect it at all.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and
It's protected.
they certainly weren't thinking like this is a skate spot that people are going to come to and
Yeah.
just demolish this rail. People, they didn't have that in their mind. People aren't just going to
Yeah.
come back here and just crush this stair set,
Yeah.
this rail. But and I feel like in my mind and maybe collectively our minds, we look at that and we're like, wow, that's amazing that this is just wide open. It's a spot you'd never get kicked out of. Do people
Yeah.
even work here? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. There was like no one ever there. I don't know. It's crazy. All right. Yeah. You can see yourself in the background here. Just sitting on your board. I like how is this Dominic? He just covers his mouth, and you have no reaction to to the slide.
It's like when you watch a car accident happening in front of your face, you're just in shock.
Yeah,
You don't even know what to do. You're
yeah,
like still processing.
yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
do kind of remember thinking like Jerry just kind of gets in there with the camera, and I'm like, oh, that would never be me. I would never do that. I feel like I'd be imposing too much, but
Yeah,
um, that's why I don't have a lot of filmer cred.
yeah. You got to keep your cool and just capture the moment.
I will say before we continue, interesting song choice. I'm kind of interested to know where it came from, and I think it's great.
Who
Um,
is it?
it's of Montreal.
Oh, you probably suggested to me. You like the band, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That was just one I don't remember suggesting that. I mean, I think
Mm.
I was probably listening to it around this time, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of like,
Mm.
well, that's a different song for him to skate to, but I think it works. It's very good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, I don't think I would have picked it. If I could pick, and if I could pick, I would just have everyone skate to the Smiths or something like that. But so yeah, I would say it was probably from you. Uh-oh, got muted. Ooh, right in the throat.
You're such a mystery. I just wanna stand and stare.
So this was like early in the spring, Jerry filming, obviously, and this was what did they call this? Like the warehouse or something? Um,
Yeah, I think so. I never went there, but I saw this footage and all these clips of him, and I was I mean, I was starstruck. I was amazed. This kid, oh my God, this kid. Um,
I mean, how do you
you
even
know, I
skate that thing? It's like let alone do tricks over it. It's like you're I can't ride on makeshift things like that.
right. I mean, certainly not a what do you call that? Like a tabletop,
Yeah.
a makeshift tabletop.
Well, don't tell him. Don't tell him he skated it that way. And yeah, this was so early, and I'm like, how he's gonna be so good. I remember always thinking that, like at the beginning of the year, thinking like, oh, the year is like a year long skate video. I'm like, if he's doing this now, he's gonna be doing like anything he wants to do at the end of the year. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And when you really think about it, it's like, is everyone really skating, January 1st?
Hmm.
No, not really. This is more like early spring, so March,
Hmm.
you know. So it's not even a full 12 months,
Yeah.
you know. It's the progression and the development it's wild,
Yeah.
especially, for him, it's insane. It's
Well, I mean,
always
even I mean, look at here. Look at the salt on the ground. Look at the snow on the ground.
That's true. I mean, that's because he's hardcore, he's
Yeah,
a
I know.
hardcore guy,
Yeah,
real
and he was with
hardcore.
Jay. And this is GL2,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and of course we remember the this. So I remembered last time this was the original orange sweater video. This was supposed to be orange sweater. Yeah. Because remember we would the white pine footage when he does the 360 flip right
Yeah.
there. That was I
Mhm.
think wasn't that the clip when we went to like the wall and Jay goes and like screams. Remember we
I don't
edited the
remember
video.
that.
I'm pretty sure
I
this
don't
was supposed to
remember
be
that.
orange sweater. Yeah. Anyways. All right. Oh, the other thing about the let's see
Wanna
this
stand and
place.
stare.
Um, this is somebody's place of business. I mean, I wasn't gonna go skate there. That just wasn't. I was kind of always just like respectful of things like, no, I'm not gonna skate there. Like they really like break into places like this. I mean, they're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I think this is a place that I don't know that anyone really got in trouble, but I mean,
Hmm.
I kind of had the same attitude where I'm like, you
Hmm.
know, that's a bit much. That's like borderline trespass. I mean, it is trespassing
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
Um, but especially to like go inside of something that's gated off or,
Right.
you know, uh, not open to the public. But I think they got in trouble, or at least, a stern talking to from the owner,
Mm.
because obviously they got upset. They're like, you moved all this stuff around and you're, you know, flying off these ramps and
Yeah.
doing all these doodads off the thing, and you're gonna get hurt, and I'm gonna be in trouble, and you
Yeah.
guys got to get out of here and never come back.
And I think they put up like a sign, like "Get out of here, skateboarders" or something. We're gonna
Yeah, it was
put
out of,
cameras or
off of
something.
like Bay Road in Saginaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see what else he does on here. I think he does gap to lip slide. Front board slide. That's insane.
Live all on your
That's not a tricky
way.
gap to
Explore the ocean in your
lip slide. And that's
I know you
with a
damage
headphones,
me.
wired
Leave
headphones.
me tangled in a knot.
Wait, were you there? Were you there this time?
I don't think I was there. I don't think I was there for that that really rapid. I mean, the fastest I've ever seen anyone
Oh yeah,
skate
yeah.
the spot my entire life on video anyway. I don't think I was there. But yeah, that's the fastest I've ever seen anyone
Yeah.
push. Or I mean, he's just flying, which is insane.
Oh, with that 360 flip over there. And this is, I mean, switching backside kick with it, really hard. And then the 180 out. Got a lurker here. Who's that?
That's everybody knows who that is.
I
Look
think
at
we'll
that
see it.
stance, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Look at
crazy. I
That's a
mean,
great stance.
yeah.
You can tell
mean-
he rides loose trucks.
Loose trucks? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some trucks. You know, he's
Yeah.
got a good stance. I think he could have switched Crip that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. But switch 50-50 on there? Yeah. That's a big pop. That's
Mhm.
crazy. Backside lip slide. That's nice. And there's the spot. He had to step it up a little. Ooh, a heel flip. Oh, see, this is what I was thinking. Like, kickflip from board. That was nuts.
I think I can say with the high level of confidence. I'm a big fan of the front nose on that rail, but obviously, I knew what was coming next. He shut it down. That spot, he shut it down. I you know, to be perfectly honest, never seen anyone else skate there after that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I want to say they knobbed it. I want to think
Really?
they did. Yeah, yeah. They probably saw. They said he shut it down. Let's knob it. I think I remember seeing this, like Jay showing this footage, and I'm just like, you know, there's certain clips where I'm like, I don't think that's real. I don't know if I ever told you that, but like, first time I ever saw the PJ Ladd video, like somebody sent me a clip of it, and I'm like, it's not real. It's not real. I think it's like, even though there wasn't, you know, like computer graphics or computer animation or AI generated stuff, I was like, it's not real. And like this, I remember just being in disbelief. I guess I'll just say that. I was in disbelief. A flat bar, kickflip front board, yeah, but on a 5-stair,
I mean, that is
yeah,
that's tall. One, it's
Yeah.
tall and it's short.
yeah,
You know, he's making do with the obstacles he's got, and
yeah.
I mean, for someone to do a kickflip frontside board side on a rail that short and that tall, I mean, makes me nervous, you know.
Makes you shake a bit, eh? You know, when we went to that rail, I was like, he's gonna just do a clinic. He was gonna do a clinic
Yeah.
on that rail. I mean, because it's just gonna
Oh,
be, you know,
yeah.
that's just the warm up. And I think the Smith grind was just a warm up, but there's another flip in. Ooh. You know what I like about that? Watch his left hand. Look at the left hand.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
style.
Trevor's filming. That's so sick. And that's crazy. This was another line. I'm like, what? You could put both of these lines together. Yeah. Stole Scott's quick. Okay, you see this giant scratch on Trevor's lens here? That was from that time that I told you. You can't really see it so much right there. There it is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's from when I told you I was filming really stupid and somebody swung their arm back and it knocked the camera out of my hand and
Oh,
hit it
yeah.
on the ground. Kickflip 5-0. Did you just do kickflip 5-0 both ways? You did. That's nuts. And then that's crazy. sleeveless. He had a sleeveless era. Backside flips. You know, I was wondering the other day, Sunoco, I was thinking about it. I was like, did I ever kickflip it? Did anybody ever kickflip it? I don't think I ever did. It's too fast, but then I realized he did it.
Oh yeah, I think he's the only one
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
He's probably the only one with Apple headphones in. You
Yeah.
know, the guy skates with Apple headphones in, wired Apple headphones. You know,
I'd worry about, I always thought that, like, what if your board gets caught in those, What if it, it's dangling and your board gets caught?
Yeah.
That's, remember when you, like, put the iPad in your pocket and it would come out and, yeah. He's good in there. 50 for 180. A melon grab. That was crazy. Nope. There's my filming again. Going to the ground. 360 shove it. Yeah, this was that footage. I remember having on Jay's computer. I'm like, this is just the beginning of the year, and he was going crazy. Great play. Yeah. Of course, Dominic in the background. That was really cool. I like that. And then there's Jay's banger from 2004, just casually thrown out. And then, yeah, this is that one day that we were talking about. ACTs. He just did everything. Although, yeah. That's nuts. Okay, so I've got, I'm going to talk about myself for a minute. I remember in 2004, we were skating at that spot for like the first time we ever skated at it. And, I mean, he did basically every trick that I ever wanted to. But kind of going back to that idea of like skating earlier in the year and just thinking, man, if I keep going on this trajectory and I progress a little bit each month, by the end of the year, I just remember thinking, it's just inevitable that I'm going to switch 360 flip that gap. Like, it's just inevitable. I pictured it in my mind and everything. I was like,
I don't mean to laugh. I think you could have. Did you do it?
No, I never tried. But
Oh.
I did a switch frontside flip, Dustin Dollin to style landing. I don't know if you remember that. But I did do a switch frontside flip. And then he just did it like super casually. But anyways,
Right.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I remember very distinctly like being so happy for myself because I'm like, I'm going to do a switch tray flip down that. It's the perfect gap. Anyways, but he just did every trick ever down it. And now he's going to annihilate the barrier.
Oh, the barrier, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to watch them all and let me tell me which one's your favorite trick.
Oh,
That's nuts.
I mean, they're all wonderful. It's hard to pick one. I would probably say the kickflip back lip or the 360 flip lip slide. I think the back lip just because he just goes so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing is like, that's not a humongous gap.
Yeah.
That thing's not that long and he's just flying.
Yeah.
And his, the ability to just sort of land and roll away and have style and,
Yeah.
insane. He's a wonderful skater. He's a wonderful person, I mean, I've said wonderful things about everyone, but, the amount of, showstoppers the guy has, I mean, jeez, I don't know what else I can say.
Well,
but definitely I think the kickflip back lip.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think I ever saw anyone skate that spot ever again.
Yeah. I just want to watch it
At least
again.
not-
Yeah, I was watching this the other day and I was like,
whatever.
yeah. I was watching it and I'm like, That was the best trick. I was like, I think it doesn't get the shine because, like, 360 flip is a 360 flip. It's doing more rotations. But do you really want to do a kickflip and slide backwards down that? In a lip slide? No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
No. Um, so I think kickflip backflip was, yeah, really good. I also like the kickflip front board because he goes to fakie,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I think
And it's
that's hard to
super
do.
slick there too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And the barrier itself is slick. You're not getting
Yeah.
that friction on there.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, at the time it was just, like technically a 360 flip lip slide is harder. And at that time we weren't really seeing anybody do it. And I think everyone was, kickflip backflip was just, it just was what it was. But
Yeah, it was kind of like the default. Like that's a really cool,
Yeah.
hard, awesome
Yeah.
trick.
but anyways, you can't put the kickflip backflip last because, yeah. Anyways,
Right.
let's see.
I only feel alright when the
And I mean, stares down the camera here. This is okay. I was also realizing, if you look, there's 3 tricks that he has. We went out on like a last day. I'm like, Josh, you really don't have a banger, an ender. I was like, we got to go out and film it. And he's like, okay. And this is one of the tricks we filmed that day. There's 3 tricks. This is one of them.
is flashing along.
This is not one of them, but it's nuts. That's nuts.
I want to grab you, want to scream
And
at
that's
you,
awesome.
no icing me down. The party's crashing us now.
Okay, when he did that, he was like, that's nuts. Kickflip front broke. This was one of those ones that I made him do. I was like, we should do that. I think I saw him do it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I remember you saying or like, oh yeah, I told him to do
And he was like, so can that be my last trick? Is that good enough? And I was like, no. Like, it's really good, but like,
Yeah.
it's not good enough to be your last trick. You know what I mean? You're not the last guy, That was so clean. Another trick I had to beg what's his name for. Sketchy. That was perfect. That was so perfect. That's kind of like one of my favorites because it's so cold out.
And it's switch.
Yeah. And this was that day. You know what I just realized? Oh my goodness. That was my board. That was actually my board. He broke his board. This is my board. Either I gave it to him. It was what was that company? Rasa Libre?
Oh yeah.
It was a Rasa
Oh,
Libre
Rasa.
board. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my board. I
That
broke it.
that says a lot about. I mean, anyone that knows you or has ever skated with you, maybe I'm a little biased because I'm on the opposite end of the truck tightening spectrum. But like I couldn't step on your board, even at my
Yeah.
absolute best of skating. So to
Yeah.
go and go, yeah, I'll just go.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? No. I don't think it was my whole board. I think it was just my deck. I think I must have had it like in my trunk. Just looking at it, I'm pretty sure he broke it. But anyways, I think I remember that. That it was his. And also I think he was using the wrong end of the board. Like, if you're gonna do a switch big spin, you should use the nose. But I think he was using the wrong
Yeah.
end. But what was funny is he that little gap, the one that he does like a switch flip at the train station on? He does a switch flip and a front side big spin. Where is
Like
it?
the little like into the loading bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
So we were actually here, and he did a switch big spin on that, and he was like, "Is that good enough for my last trick?" And I'm like, "No, this thing's like 2.5 feet high, right?" And I was like, "But if you went and did it down Peach, that could be your ender." He was like, "Okay, let's go try it." And then
Yeah.
and it's funny because
He-
we were using Jerry's camera. This is Jerry's camera.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. My camera must have been broken. So, anyways, I think that's funny.
I mean, he 360 flipped the big part of that train station gap,
Yeah,
and I mean, I mean, I ollied the thing, and
yeah.
that was like 360 flipping. That is insane. I mean, because that's like the lane is uphill.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, and we never swept it out or anything. It was just kind of like
Yeah.
dirt, overgrown and stuff. So that to me, I was like, that's an insane thing to do. That is that is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's what you get with Josh Brillo. You know, you get a pack of style. Or
Yeah, I
what do
mean,
they
look at the
say?
landing. That's nuts.
Oh yeah,
He's crouching.
still
And,
riding away.
and I mean, personally, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I love the filming. It's just his head just barely. It could have been cut off, but and then he had a
With
thing
the
of
glove.
doing that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
got real Billy Marks vibes. You know.
yeah. I mean, like we said, he could have skated for a toy machine or something, for sure, or
You know, I'm
foundation maybe.
surprised. I'm surprised he never got picked up by like anyone,
No.
like locally in Michigan, like 1% or
Hmm.
because I think later in life, you know, after this video, after Slurps and stuff, I think people started branching out and being connected to more people. I'm sure they crossed paths with certain individuals.
Yeah.
Um, so I was always really surprised. I'm like, I mean, he shouldn't even be hanging out with us. He's like too good,
I
you
know.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
think he
you
didn't
know,
want to put himself out there. I remember asking him, I was like, why don't you like send like a video or something in? And I think he was supposed to like meet with somebody
hmm.
once about something. I don't know. I don't remember. But I mean, even Trevor had, some connections, snowboarding wise, and he knew some
Oh yeah.
reps. I remember he knew some reps, like some S reps or etnies or something. So,
Wow. Yeah, I mean, could have got on flow, you know.
yeah, yeah.
We got some
Even just some
flow.
product, but
Yeah. Yeah. Here's a pair of shoes.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I mean,
So,
with all that flip in, flip out, I mean, you could have used them, that's for sure. A lot of kick flips,
yeah.
a lot of three.
Yeah, I remember one time I calculated how much like money I had spent on skating. This was after like 3 or 4 years, and I was like, I've spent $1,000 on skateboarding equipment. But I mean, this guy, he always had a new board. He always had a
Yeah.
new board. At least when it came to the skate shop days, when Saginaw
Hmm.
Skate Park. But okay, let's watch the best part of the video. The credits is always the best
Oh,
part.
that's right. This is the last part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Everyone
Um,
better,
Oh,
obviously.
overall, the song was good. I thought the song was good.
It's not my favorite by that
Yeah,
group, you know.
yeah.
So if it came from me, I'm not sure what I was thinking, but
But this song, what's the song called again?
oh, your silent face.
Your Silent Face. Okay, and who does a fakie heel flip in a game of skate? It's the worst trick. Okay, this is Ian, and I just remember Ian was like during that time. I mean, I'm sure he probably just started skating, but I was like, Ian is no good at skateboarding. Like he's not good at skateboarding. He got
He
better
got
like the next
good.
year. He got even
Yeah, he
better
got
the next year. I think he did like
yeah.
a crook on the Shrek ledge.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Shove it out.
Crook shove it out like in a year's time. That's a big progression. But like I remember he just
Uh,
wasn't good. And then so like a couple years later when he turned into like a total like, you know, thrasher guy, shredder, he was a shredder. And I'm like, he's really good. He has a very powerful skating style. So but it was just always funny. I was like, same Ian? Here's a classic quote. As if he was ever gonna land this. And I knew that girl. I knew that. That's what I say. I say,
oh no,
I know her. That was you. You know, I count this. That was a real puff play. That's so sad. Frontside big spin.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Ben. I think Josh Grillo is fantastic.
Um, I don't. Did people continue to hang out with Dominic?
I don't know.
Um,
I'm not sure.
I just remember he was kind of always along for the ride, and I just remember everyone was like, "Yeah, we don't like this kid." And like we weren't mean to him, but we were just like, "Oh, this kid, ugh." Like I can't believe we gotta like I don't know who he would tag along with, but and obviously Josh, I think
Yeah,
they live
I think it was.
but you know, oh,
I don't think I ever seen him land a trick. He never landed a trick, did he?
I don't remember any of his skating.
Mm.
Um, you know, he was just a little abrasive,
Hmm.
in his own way.
I just remember he was always trying to help, or Jay was like, "I can't. I'm not skating today. I have to do homework." And he was like,
Oh yeah.
he's like, "Do you, I can help you. I'm really good at writing papers."
Oh yeah. I remember that? Yeah. Yeah.
That's so funny. Um,
I'm sure he was
okay.
like, no, I'm good.
And he was probably like 2 years. I mean, Jay was, studying for, he was an AP history or something, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say he was an advanced placement kid. He took his education really seriously,
Yeah.
trying to get a scholarship,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Um, I think you got a scholarship.
Yeah.
You got some money writing a paper about billiards.
Oh,
I
no, no,
remember
no,
you.
no. I applied for a scholarship. Wow, that's so funny that you remember that. That's so hilarious. I just applied for a billiard scholarship. I never
Oh,
heard back
oh,
about it. I never heard back about it. I didn't get it, but
so was
it
it
was
that you were going to be like on a team
no,
shooting pool?
no, it was just like National Billiards Association, and it was like
Oh,
scholarship of
okay.
like what billiards has meant to you or something, or like why it's been important. And so I was like, oh
And
yeah, that's cool.
yeah, and you're like, oh, I play, and then like what? I'm sure you're like a math major, math and um,
Yeah, but
education.
it was more just I was going for the emotional appeal. I was just writing about how like pool and my dad was like that's how I like spent most of my time with my dad. So it was like important to me.
Yeah.
So,
Oh
but
yeah.
mathematically, no, no, none of that. I only got one scholarship, but we're off the topic. Anyways,
We are.
Jay was a scholar. Jay was a scholar
Yep.
at that time. So, okay, you're gonna have to tell me who was Jerry imitating here. Oh, you were the project supervisor, by the way.
Uh, I think he's referencing Josh Grillo's um, somewhat of a temper.
Mm,
I
okay.
think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Um, because Josh would just obviously skate very hard, and then if he got too beat up, I think he'd get frustrated and be like, I can't take it anymore.
Okay.
He definitely he had his moments where like I remember hanging out with him and skating, and he was always very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he got a little bit more comfortable, and I think he was a little bit more expressive after a while. And sometimes that expression was frustration, which
Mm.
comes obviously naturally with skateboarding. So
Okay.
clearly,
I think that's right. I was like, because I was wondering if it was Jay, but Jay didn't really. Jay would just kind of be over it and be like, "I'm done. I'm going home." So he wasn't doing that. But so yeah, I think it was
yeah.
Josh. Yeah. Let's see. Anyways, you were the project supervisor here. Oh, who knows what you were doing? I don't know why, but apparently I got this clip of you falling down. A lot of shades of brown there.
Oh,
Oh, classic clip. A classic clip. Pop shove it.
Top shove.
he took no photo. Nice.
Oh, that was Ian. Wasn't this
And,
this was the time we went to Lansing, and was that
yep.
my friend Scott's camera?
No, that was mine.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Oh.
it was like your roommate.
Yeah.
It was you. Yeah, and he
Yeah.
like kind of sort of skated, and he like went out with us.
Yeah, he just
Um,
wanted to come and hang out. Yeah.
which I get.
Photography by. I forgot. I'm missing all the words here. Photography by
I
you guys, you and Ian.
I yeah, I don't know. Like I remember I had a big like gallon Ziploc bag of the film of like
Mm.
photos I took. I think I got like a roll developed. And I don't know what happened to those pictures. I'm like, we didn't use them for anything, you
No.
know.
Yeah.
I think it was just something to put in there, like, oh, it's a serious thing, right?
Yeah.
There's
I
me
mean, yeah.
playing with a camera, not knowing what I'm doing at all.
Yeah.
Apparently, I take pictures. But I don't remember Ian taking any pictures.
No, but he had like some vintage camera and he would always buy like I think it was like on his MySpace or something. He was like, "Oh yeah, I found this cool like vintage camera like from Goodwill," and it was really just like some random disposable camera, and it was like I don't know. I mean, is he younger than you? How much younger was he than you? Was he Jerry's age?
I think he was Jerry's age. Yeah, so I
Okay.
think that would have been 2 years. 2 years
You
younger.
know, yeah, all is forgivable when you're in like 10th grade. It's fine.
Oh yeah,
But he was just going through, he was 10th grade trying to find himself. And so,
yeah,
yeah, I'm sure he's a
I
good
mean,
photographer now, but
yeah. I mean, it's either like you get into photography or you learn to play like the acoustic guitar.
yeah, exactly. And that was Nathan
And
Pitts. There you go. Beam the camera. There you go.
Thought that never changes remains a
whack.
stupid lie. It's never
There's Gilbert
been
in the background.
quite the
You're like,
same. No hearing or breathing, no movement, no color, just
he was so
silence.
upset.
Rise and fall of
That looked terrible. And he runs
asked you what
God, I put my hand straight in there.
He's talking about something. It must have been like spit or something. I don't know what it would have been.
I thought it was like a big pile of like really fine gravel. So I remember there were these like tiny like I think it's probably
Oh,
like we swept a lot of the stones and debris out and it kind of just migrated
yeah.
to a certain spot and
Okay.
I think that's what it was. But
Okay.
I have to mention your board that he's sort of his legs are hovering over. A lot of grip tape art there.
Yeah, I wish I remember what it
Hockey.
says. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of remember it like being I think it was like you and I were really big into like using paint markers
Mm-hmm.
on grip
Yeah.
tape.
Yeah.
No one else did that. It
Yeah.
was just us.
Maybe put a little dot on the to mark your nose. I think that's what Trevor did. But yeah,
Yeah.
I can't unless that's Gilbert's board. I think he might have done it, and it kind of looks like a little bit artistic, more artistic than I can do.
Mm.
I can't imagine that I would have written all over it like that. But
That's true. Yeah.
yeah, it might have just been. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that was fun.
These are basic trucks. These are your basic standard trucks with pink paint.
That's what you get for basic trucks, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was played against sports, right?
Yeah.
Your basic
What?
trucks, yeah.
Well, that was that was Trevor's? Yeah, probably. He probably got them from there, or from up north, wherever he went to school. This is really cool, but very dangerous. Like how he went completely off the board. He's not on the board anymore. That's gotta
Yeah.
be so scary. Where
I'm
does
surprised
go ahead?
I was just gonna say I'm surprised he didn't snap that
Yeah, I
time.
know. Yeah,
And,
I
like
think he
right in the middle.
I think he landed a little far back. Oh, or a
Oh.
little off to the side. Yeah, you got lucky. Where does the Peach Six there rank on your all-time spots?
My all-time spots?
Yeah,
Fairly low.
I mean not for you to skate.
Oh. I'm a bigger fan of the 7-set around the corner, off of Niagara there, over by where it was like that Panda House restaurant, and then there was that like doctor's office with the 4-set, and then across the street from that was the
Oh,
7-set.
yeah.
I think that was a spot that was like, I mean, getting anything on that was, awesome.
Yeah.
And difficult to skate, difficulty factor,
Yeah.
So, and I think my personal experience of like, yeah, I like ollie beach and I hated the entire experience. So I was just like, yeah, this is all really great stuff going down the stair step, but I'm like, I don't know, I'm just mad at it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't even think I've ever ollied it, to be honest with you. But yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It hurts. I
when
remember
you're-
even back then, it hurt.
When you're going up to it, like you can't really see the bottom. Like you can't look down
Oh yeah.
and see the stairs. You just, when you get there, I don't know, it messes with me. So, oh, yeah. We'll see. That was really good. Perfect lock.
Don't move the shit around! Lay off! How many times do I have to tell you guys this?
No, we wouldn't
Hey, you're in
probably
both of
say
these.
anything to you if you didn't do stuff like move the picnic tables around and skate on top of them and stretch them all out.
Wait, are you drinking a Arizona RX energy drink?
Yes, I
Yes, you are. That's great. That's my favorite drink. That's
Um,
great. That's the only Arizona that I'll drink. It's great. What
Oh,
about
yeah.
these days? What is it?
I think I remember being there for both of these incidences, and it always makes me think recollecting it. I'm just like, I feel like I could have said stuff to these people, like, the guy's like, how many times do I have to tell you guys? I'm like, oh, well, naturally, I think today my response would be like, I don't know you, I've never met you. So this is the first time I'm hearing this, so thanks, right? It's sort of a way to diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
But back then it was just sort of like you just sort of like sat there and like hoped that you weren't going to get any more serious trouble. So
Yeah.
I think like this kind of like perfectly depicts that. We're like just kind of getting talked to by some guy who's like not really going to do anything, but he's just like venting, like, you guys, we don't like that you do this. And we're like, okay, great.
And
Well,
who was
we'll
this
just-
other guy? Who was the other guy? He seemed more like a parent or something.
I think they had that trail back there. I think, he must have been a
Oh.
parent. Like, yeah, I had a kid that like played there,
Oh.
played soccer there,
Yeah.
lived around there or something. Great picnic
Yeah.
tables. I would say they're actually probably better for skating than eating, because I've done both at those. And
Well, I have to disagree. I really didn't like this spot. They're too slippery.
mhm.
I don't like that. I don't like that material.
Yeah. Well, I think the material is good. It's really great. But I think it's like the way the spot is set up, right?
Mhm.
The material is slippery. Grinds, you don't need any wax. That's wonderful. Grinds and slides perfectly. But also the cement there, very
Yeah.
slippery,
Yeah.
and very limited run up.
I think there's
So-
plenty of run up. I think there's plenty of run up as long as you move the tables around.
Yeah, I just kind
Yeah.
of remember hitting it from like right at the edge of it before
Yeah.
the pavilion started. It was like that little trail.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
kinda
Oh, yeah,
just,
yeah,
like-
yeah. You're right.
You kind of have to run up that way.
Yeah.
But there was a big crack between the two different pavement types,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember that being kind of challenging. But I
Yeah.
mean, kind of wild, because people would like down that gap, the picnic table would like grind on the top of it. Like
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen that. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't think I should be skateboarding anymore.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All I'll ever
Yeah.
do is like no slide that. That's all that feels safe.
Yeah, I don't know. Even a no slide, I didn't really like. Okay, I'm just remembering. I actually did a switch tail slide down that. You filmed it. You were there,
Mm.
and I was like, man, I can't believe I did that. But, yeah, I just didn't. In general, I don't like grinding down things, let alone something that slippery. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
had this weird fear of slipping back, and it just wasn't my spot. So,
I think the gap is better.
yeah.
And I don't know who started that, but I remember thinking like, this is a great gap. basically a flat cap,
Mhm.
and probably looked pretty good on film if you did some stuff over it.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. And then
I
when
don't
you
think a
land,
lot
you
of
can go up that little bank thing.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yelling again. Okay, there's again one of those things that like as when you're filming, you just randomly film. I don't remember what Bobby did. I don't even know what we were skating. Were we skating a box, a flat bar or
I
something?
don't think it's under the bridge, but I don't think I remember you built the box there, but that was later.
Okay,
So
you know
I
what?
think
Go ahead.
I think it was just the bank and then the ledge. So, but the way everyone was kind of positioned there, I don't know that Bobby did anything. I don't know, maybe he did like a back tail slide or something. Well,
No,
I
you
don't
know what he did? He did a pop shove at 50-50, 180 out on the ledge. I just remembered that.
Oh, that's
He
nuts.
he wasn't in this he wasn't in this video. Oh no, he was.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
he was. Yeah, but he did a pop shove at 50-50, which is crazy because that ledge is so high, and 180
Oh.
out. And then he went to sat down here, and this was just hilarious because there was a little bit of was there a little bad blood here between these two? Some beef?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
There was something that happened. I think you told me. And
Really?
yeah. But I'll tell you later. Um, but there wasn't these guys weren't hugging it out here. So anyways, I think Bobby was a little bit hesitant. Yeah, I'll have to tell you. Oh, for some reason, nope, that's not my car. Okay. Okay, I can't tell you how upset I was about this trick because I landed it so many times, like perfectly like bolts, and then I rolled my ankle. And I was so set on landing that, but I rolled my ankle. My foot got caught under the nose and I rolled
Yeah.
it. So I was
Oh,
super
that's
sad.
right.
Yeah.
Friday the beast coming out of this motherfucker.
Do that.
I like how they were like surprised as if that was going to happen.
Yeah. I'm like, why would you do that?
Were you there?
No.
No.
But I saw that. I'm like, this is actually my favorite Clayton clip,
This one.
basically of all time.
This
Yeah.
one. Okay. I would say mine is there's a variety of bees coming out.
That's a good one, but this is my
Fucking idiot!
I don't really understand what it was. I was thinking a little bit about it after our first round of commentary afterwards. There was this thing where people just gave Trevor a hard time.
There was, yes.
I don't know what it was. Everyone I ever met that I knew that knew him was like, give this guy a hard time.
Yeah.
I never really understood that. But it just apparently it's very natural for people to do that to him.
Yeah. And I think Jerry knew him from snowboarding, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, he also gave him a bunch of crap at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jerry's just a real wild child back then.
Hey, oh, more than wild. I mean, yeah. He didn't hold back. He had no regard, really. So, but yeah, I do remember that they were just at all times give him crap. So, I also like how he calls him an idiot as if he made the decision to step off his board. It's like it wasn't
Well,
his decision.
Maybe to Clayton that was like,
Yeah,
you know, in his mind he's like, you could have rode away. Like
I
I would
know.
have, it would have been fine. But, you
Yeah.
know, I don't see how you would have done that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Okay.
greatest spot right here.
I know. I mean, it's gone now. You know that, right?
No,
That's
I
cool.
haven't driven down there in a while, but
Been gone in a long
That's-
time. For a long
that's
time.
tragic.
Yeah. I don't know what. Did he like ollie the gap or something? The little flat gap? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to do it with no pants on. And I did this. I feel so bad about this. Like, what a jerk thing to do. I put his pants in Scott's car and I locked the door. I don't.
Yeah, a couple things. One, great car. What is that, like a Geostorm or something?
I think so. I think that's what it was.
Super cool car. I remember being in that. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't remember what he did, but I never really got that like taking your pants off thing. You know, it wasn't really my style. So to me, I'm like, I wouldn't feel bad. I'm like, if you're gonna be bold and brash enough to take off your pants, then there might be some consequences related to that, right?
But we planned it out the whole time. We were like, yeah, that would definitely be really cool to do. And I'm like, planning in my whole like when he does it, take his pants and run.
That I would not. I don't remember that, but I see where you're coming from. Huh?
And look at the Apple sticker here. I mean, that was a sign of elitism at the time.
Suburbanism.
Yeah. That means, oh, I'm rich enough to buy an iPod or a MacBook.
Yeah, or a MacBook or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel so bad about this. I'm sorry, Jay. He should have been able to get it though. That was cool. I mean, this was the other potential name for the video, but
I think it would have made a lot of sense if we skated other places other than Saginaw, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, the Tri-Cities. But I like it. It's nice.
Yeah. Flamingo. Big flamingos were big. I mean, this is just, end of the year retrospective, lifestyle shots. That's really cool. That's a cool shot. I gotta see that one again, sorry. Is that in the media center?
No, that's that bank on Center
Yeah.
State with the little
Yeah.
ramps that Jared did all those tricks on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, rule of thirds here, people. Rule of thirds. I was doing it. That's a cool shot. This was a really cool day, right? This is like at the end of the year.
Yeah,
Is
this
it
was
the end of the
like
year? Or the beginning of the year.
no, this was I remember this. This was around like November,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it was kind of the end of the year. Everyone's trying to get stuff done.
Yeah. It was just really fun that day. I mean, obviously they were skating
Yeah.
that gap and it was really hype. You could even see like everybody in the background. That's cool. That was cool. And I mean, it's just, I'm glad I was able to capture him in there. And Ian. And who's this?
Yeah.
Josh. Probably upset about something. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Flipping. Oh, isn't that Ashton? I think it's Ashton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
2006.
There's 2006. Is there 20 more
Oh,
seconds?
Is there something else?
I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, ooh. Money
You know,
changes
there-
everything. Wait,
Yeah.
there was an intro.
That's what I said. What happened?
I must have the file somewhere. I'll have to
Yeah.
find it and upload it sometime. Wow.
I think it was
I know what that
really
song
great.
is.
Yeah.
It was a good intro?
Oh yeah. I think it's
Wow.
one of the best. I think it was the best one yet.
Wow. Boxers. That's the song that I had. Yeah, Boxers. Bones.
Oh, yeah.
To Go Home. M Ward. Yeah, wow. I have that. I just saw that external hard drive the other day. 256 gigs. It was like $100 back in the day.
Oh wow,
Yola
yeah.
Tango.
Western.
Yeah, Western Digital. Yeah. It's very
Well,
chunky.
this is the other thing that I was waiting for was the train station montage.
Oh, dude, I'm slacking.
Yeah,
I am
that was a good.
slacking. For the price of the cup of tea. I'm gonna have to listen to that now. Wow.
Mhm.
Man, I'm gonna upload it. I'm glad we did this
And it
because
was
I would
all
have
it
never
was
looked
all
at that.
train station footage.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was all.
Okay. I can only think of one Bell and Sebastian song right now. What's that one song called? The Nice Little Sunday one? Is it I Don't Love Anyone? No. Anyways, doesn't matter. For the price of a cup of tea. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I learned something new today. I learned something new today. Two new things. That's
Hmm.
so funny. I want to go dig it out right now. I'll get it this weekend for sure. Okay.
Okay.
Man. All
Well,
right.
that
Well,
was a pretty. That was a. Was that the longest? One of the longest videos you've ever made? Most people,
no.
most parts, or
I don't
was
know.
Slurps the whole?
See, I thought it was short. There's only 9 parts.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. I think Jerry's Kids was just obscenely long. There's like 15 people in it.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. Sort of
so
everyone had a part.
yeah, yeah, everyone
Uh,
had a part. So Slurps, I think,
Hector
was a little
Orlando.
short. Yes, our good friend that we skated with very often, Hector Orlandi.
Yeah, yeah. We're buds. We were buds.
I would love to chat about that video sometime, but
But
another day. Another day.
another day.
Okay. Rapid final thoughts on the video. You said it's the best one, right?
Yeah, I think it's one of the best ones. I think it captures a pretty good time for everybody. I think it's got old friends, it's got new friends. I think it's got a pretty good mix of everything. I think the only thing that's close to it is Slurps.
Hmm.
Um, I really like the quality of that one, but I think this one sort of has that classic feel of that sort of core group of skaters that have sort of known each other for a handful of years and then making some new friends and kind
Yeah.
of getting a bigger group together and learning and growing, you know. So I
Yeah.
think I just kind of remember it fond, you know. And I think maybe that's because that's when I was actually skating the most. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of fell off after, so
Hmm.
um, which is what happens. But
Yeah, and I think it was
yeah,
like it was more chill. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously it was like train station. We just skated there and like was super chill. Whereas Jerry's Kids, there was no one really to like the years before, there was nowhere to just like go and chill. It was like going to spots, you know?
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
But
getting kicked out everywhere. That could have been the name of the video.
kicked out of everywhere.
Kicked out everywhere. So did anyone think of that yet?
No,
That's
I don't
probably
think
it.
so. Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
that was definitely and you would just find some real low key spots to, weren't very good for collecting footage. So
yeah. Yeah.
it was definitely nice to have for as long as it lasted, a spot to be left alone and do the things you want.
It's kind of funny that it was there for a whole year, more than a year and a half, right?
Yeah, yeah. Before we got people. Well, I mean, did the thing where the Fourth of July? There was the first Fourth of July happened, and it like everything was fine. Like obviously, people parked there to watch the
Hmm.
fireworks, and it was fine because we were all there too. Um, but like it was like the next year, you had like the planter boxes and stuff. People were just like driving into things. I don't really know what was going on,
Yeah.
but like it just seemed sort of like people were behaving more chaotically, and that I feel like that kind of like set the tone, and things kind of started falling apart a
Yeah.
little bit. And then I think the whatever developer came up and was like, or the city was like, "There's a developer, you can't be hanging out here anymore." And then
Yeah.
they didn't really level it. They just kind of knocked all the stuff down.
Yeah. 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 And I remember they left us a note that was like basically an eviction notice. Well, but
I
then
just
didn't somebody like come with a sledgehammer or something and knock over maybe the Shrek ledge, and then underneath the bridge somebody spray painted like, "How do you like your skateboard ramps now?" You remember that?
no, I don't think I ever saw that. I do remember that getting like clearly hit with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
And then I remember something like I know there's footage of like that 4th of July where someone's trying to park and they're
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
ledge and knock it over. It might have been the Shrek ledge, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it
Why
could
did
have
we
been.
call it that?
Because it was green.
It was green. Who thought that?
Probably you. I don't know. Maybe Jerry.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah,
So,
yeah. So yeah, I
all
think
right.
it was a good. I think it was a good time. A good time to be alive and to be skating in that town.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 19 years ago, 2006. I suppose it's a
Oh
wrap.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Only
I'm
like,
glad. I think it was needed.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you just have to do everything else you've ever made.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, Thin as In is probably next.
You have that?
Yeah, I'm sure I have it somewhere. I don't know
Uh,
why it's not online. Um, yeah,
you
I
should
think.
probably do. You should probably do the what is it? The best one yet?
Yeah, I gotta find that one. I know I have like back in the day, like with computer stuff. Like I remember I used to just delete files. Like I can't keep it on my hard drive; it's too big. So I would keep like the
Yeah,
low quality version of something, never the high
right.
quality. But I found like all my old videos, like my old DVDs and stuff. So we'll see.
Oh, sweet.
We'll see.
Before we take off, here's a fun question.
Hmm.
Did Trevor Johnson ever have any tricks in any of these videos?
Um, Not any of these videos. No.
I see.
In another video that I made, which is on Vimeo, which was from like 2008.
Hmm.
Do you know that one?
Oh yeah, that's the one with it's got the Morrissey song.
He's in that one. He did like Nolly Heel Flip Down Peach.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
know.
think I have the link to it saved.
Yeah,
I'll probably go watch.
yeah. It was like he did that, and I think the same day Josh Grillo did Switch Heel Flip. I think. Anyways, yeah. But yeah, 2008. Yeah, there was no video. That kind of was a bummer because
Yeah.
there just
Nothing.
wasn't. People weren't around.
Yeah. Well, there was 2007, right? That was
Yeah,
Slurs.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That was kind of the end of the era until USB.
Yep. Had to resurrect it. So it was fun. And I think I said that. It was just like creating video was fun. And like I think this one, like editing the video was probably, I mean, it's probably I'm so familiar with it because when you edit the video, you see all the clips all the time. And like
Yeah.
slurps, like obviously I know my parts or I know my clips and stuff, but like most of it was Jerry's footage and he's the one messing around with it. So I wasn't as familiar with it. So, and I also, yeah, it was kind of the same thing of I was skating a little bit less as well. So
Was this what did you edit this on? Windows Movie Maker?
Sony Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. So
That's some
did
high
the,
quality stuff.
I know. I know. I think did I put any slow motion in? I was never big on slow motion, but I think that's how I did the hourglass at the beginning, Sony Vegas.
Mm.
So
Oh yeah. Yeah. What was Jay's video editing software? Remember he had something. It
I thought you
wasn't
just use iMovie. No?
no. Before he had a Mac, he had like that Hewlett Packard
Oh, really?
computer.
Oh,
Yeah. And that's what Jerry's kids done on.
not Premiere. Did he use Premiere?
I don't think so.
I think he might
It was
have.
something else. Really?
I thought he used
Maybe.
Premiere. Okay. I'm not 100%
Interesting.
sure. Final Cut? Not Final Cut.
Definitely not Final Cut. I think eventually when he got a Mac, he definitely got Final Cut for sure. Yeah.
See, I just thought he used iMovie, but I thought he edited that on the MacBook or his iMac, but I guess not.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, I wish I had one of those things.
Well.